Rooftop Sports welcomes you to a special presentation of the National Football League.
That's not what he wanted to cook.
And good morning, everyone, and Merry Christmas to you all, as we have a very exciting matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers today. Also, Urinating Trees team. Just want to say, whoever made it to this show, just wanted to say thank you very much. And throughout this entire season, thank you so much for your support throughout the entire season. I know it's cliche to say, but it means a lot to me, because without any of you guys, there is no Rooftop Sports. And right now, I'm just trying to get my tablet all set up so I can cover this game properly, because I need the game to... Oh, look at that. My tablet's only at 13%. What a way for me to prepare for this game, but I'll just get my portable charger, no problem. And while I'm doing that, please enjoy this advertisement by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. And Christian, Merry Christmas to you, and I assume that I will be seeing you for tomorrow for the Bears game, which is another game that I will also cover. Looking forward to that one. Or I'm dreading for it, because the Seahawks are absolutely, well, just bad. They're just really bad. It's really sad to see them where they are. They were 8-5 just a couple weeks ago, and now they're just dangling at 8-7. May not even make the playoffs, because if they lose, like it's pretty much over. They lose and the Rams win, you can say that it's over. You forgot that the Bears play tomorrow. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm waiting for my friend. I might have Ian join me, but I'm not sure yet, so we'll figure that out. And now I'm just trying to find the game, because it should be available to be seen. Oh, you'd be surprised. Seahawks, sometimes they make the impossible. They will make it possible. Trust me on that one. There should be a game. Okay. Yeah, the game should be playing today. Wonder why I don't have the coverage right now. Alright, let me reset this, because they said the game was at 10 a.m. If it's not, I'm going to be like, this is embarrassing. No, it's not. Oh, that was 2023. Why are they playing a 2023 game? Who cares about that? I'll figure this out. I'll find this game. Wait, how is there not a game? There's supposed to be a game on CBS. Oh, it's on Netflix? They put the game on Netflix? Out of all things, they put this on Netflix? Now I've got to upload it on... I gotta get Netflix. Yes, I'm gonna have to restart my membership, as if I had already subscribed for Cobra Kai, and now I have to resubscribe for this. Isn't that great? And here's my clap to myself. And I'm probably late for this game, but here it is.
Why do you like him?
And I'm trying to get my tablet to work, and it's not charging at the moment. Don't know why. Maybe the fact that it's a little bit cracked. The charger, not helping at all. Alright, it's charging. I got it. It's probably not going to last very long. Man, it's on Netflix. Out of all things, it is on Netflix. Isn't that great? It's on Netflix. I had to drop another $16. And I'm only going to be unsubscribed for it after this month. So it's only January I'm not going to have Netflix because I don't want to spend $15 because I don't have any other content to watch. Unless it's NFL Plus, unless they're doing Netflix for that. But man, good for Netflix being able to get that contract with the NFL. That's pretty huge, I must say. Still waiting on my friend Ian to be here. He was supposed to be here. And he's not going to really have the best audio equipment set up, but he will eventually. He's just getting started on things. Oh, need Chiefs defense to show up? I need the Steelers defense to show up for me for fantasy football. And by the way, I forgot to tell you that I'm in the fantasy football Super Bowl. I have made the Super Bowl. I won 156.5 to 151.9. And now I'm in the Super Bowl against Belichick yourself, and I'm projected to lose by 4 points. And it's all going to come down to Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown for Monday Night Football. And here we are in Pittsburgh. And just want to say thank you, Christian. Shout out to you for doing that. And also, for anyone else that's watching, I'm setting a new goal. Oh, they're doing the national anthem. I'm going to stay silent. Now let's get ready for some football. Good job starting it late, Netflix. Good job. Oh, look at the Grinch. Grinch is in the crowd. You see Russell Wilson there. I'm dogging on my Russell Wilson jersey. I also have my Russell Wilson action figure, so go Russ. And I hate to say it, but because the fact that the Steelers defense is on my fantasy lineup today, go Steelers. Hate to say it, but I'm saying it, and I just did. And my thoughts on the Grinch, because I saw the Grinch. The Grinch saved Christmas. He saved Christmas. Yeah, he stole those presents because people were so dang materialistic, and yeah, he stole the presents because he had to teach everyone a lesson. But for some odd reason, he hated Christmas. Must have had some dark childhood history, man. I gotta read The Grinch, or I gotta watch the movie The Grinch more. I thought The Grinch from 2000 was a great movie, so I gotta watch it again. I mean, I guess I have until today to watch it. Kind of planning to watch, maybe I should watch Elf afterwards. I don't know. But it's time to get ready for this game, and still waiting for my friend Ian. He was supposed to be here. Don't know if he even knows he's gonna make it at this point. Gonna resend him the invite. And now they're doing the intro, so I'll do the intro myself.
Touchdown!
Rooftop Sports welcomes you to a special presentation of the National Football League.
That's not what he wanted to cook.
It's only a matter of time that these streamers would get into football. Like, cable is just getting just diced up real bad. The only thing that's probably saving cable is YouTube TV is like the only thing that's like hanging them. And of course, Xfinity. But man, cable is just, it's just not course, you gotta do Mariah Carey. I gotta lower the volume because I don't want Mariah Carey's music to get on my channel and then get copyright strike. That would be kind of embarrassing. And of course, Mariah Carey dresses like that for Christmas. You know, it's a crazy thing. She's probably she's making money to this day. She's making money to this day on Christmas for that. How much does Mariah Carey make every Christmas? She makes over $1 million a year on Christmas. 1.36 million of passive income. Gotta give her that she was able to write a song that has a very lasting impact in our society. Is making a good Christmas song. All I want for Christmas is you. You know what's all I want for Christmas? All I want for Christmas is the Mariners to, or you know what I want for Christmas? I want my fantasy football team to win a Super Bowl. That's what I want. And it begins today with my Steelers defense. I was thinking about putting in Russell Wilson, but I want to ride with the Jared Goff. And man, imagine if Russell Wilson scores 30 points. It's going to hurt like a... Exactly. They're still playing the music. They're still playing it. But yeah, Mariah Carey's Christmas music, it never disappoints. And now we are here for our football game. Let's get right to it. Are you ready for some football? As we've got our kicker man, that is Harrison Butker. You know that he is the man that would say Merry Christmas. He certainly would not say Happy Holidays. Who says Happy Holidays these days? Who would say that? It's just silly. My favorite Christmas movie is Elf. And you know what? For the halftime, I'll do an impression. I'll do an impersonation of that Home Alone scene where they're having pizza. You know, where Kevin, what did you do to our pizzas? Kevin, what did you do to my room? Why didn't you clean Buzz's room? You spent all that time decorating for Christmas, and you didn't even clean your brother's room after you stole money from him. Yeah, Elf is good. I was thinking about watching The Elf as well. And now the kick is off and the game is on. And here it is. Merry Christmas and bobbles the ball. What a way to start Christmas. Bah, humbug. And now the Steelers, of course, they get the ball because the Chiefs seem that they have deferred. And they are 14-1 as the Pittsburgh Steelers are 10-5. They are hanging on for the playoffs. And possibly, hopefully they're hanging on for the division. As Russell Wilson is in center for quarterback. And Russell Wilson, for your honor, I'm wearing your jersey when you once played for the Seattle Seahawks, and I'm glad that everything's working out for you in Pittsburgh right now. I think the Steelers did a great job picking you up on a very cheap contract while Denver's still paying for it. And now here is the first play. Here's Wilson with an immediate pass, and that's going to be caught. And that is going to be caught by the tight end, and that is going to be second down and short. And just by that, maybe I should have started Russell Wilson for my fantasy team. If he gets like 20 or points at least, I'm going to be like, oh, crap. And now we've got their starting lineup. We've got Najee Harris as their running back, Jalen Warren as the other, George Pickens, Calvin Austin. Let's see what the Steelers can do. If only he didn't fire Lovie Smith, right, Christian? And now we've got second down, and now here is a handoff to Najee Harris, and he doesn't get through. And that's going to be third down and a short. Come on, Steelers. You got to put yourselves in a position where the Steelers' defense plays better. And I can't believe just 48 hours ago, I am playing fantasy. I was in the semifinals. Now here's Wilson. He's getting a little bit overwhelmed, and he might actually slip, and he doesn't. The ball gets out. The ball comes out. Wilson does recover, but they're going to be forced to punt, and that's a 3-and-out for the Steelers, and now here come the Chiefs. I just want a defensive shootout. That's all I want. I don't want an offensive shootout because that would hurt my fantasy team dearly. Let's do this. Because I am on the lead 10-0 right now in fantasy football, but it may not last long. And now here's the kickoff. And he catches it, and he's going to throw. No, he's not going to throw. He's running. He's off to the races, and he gets past the 50, and he gets into the 40 in Steelers territory. And the Chiefs are setting the tone, and why did I start the Steelers defense? Why? Because I'm an idiot. That's what I am. I'm stupid. Come on, Chiefs, don't do this to me. Maybe for commercial break, I'll do... No, I need a whole halftime to do that Kevin thing. And now we're looking at 1st and 10 on the 42. Now here's Mahomes. He hands it off to the running back. I think that's Kareem Hunt. That's Pacheco, excuse me. And that's going to be already 8 yards. And why did I start the Steelers defense? Why did I do that? Why? Why did I do that? Now I might actually lose in fantasy football in the championship because of these Steelers. I need like big plays from them. Give me a pick six and like kickoff returns and punt returns, anything. And we are looking at 2nd and 2. It's going to be a handoff, and this time he gets stopped. And the crazy thing is they're already in field goal range. Let's get a big sack on Mahomes, shall we? Hey, I did it because I thought they would have Christmas mojo. They're at home. Got the terrible towels. I took a risk, and my other option was Packers defense against the Vikings in Minnesota with Justin Jefferson. I'm like, nope, no thank you. And anybody else in the free agency, didn't see anyone that was attractive to me. We got 3rd and 1. And now we got another handoff. Mahomes is not even doing it, and they get a stop, and that's not going to be a first down. That cannot be a first down. Do not make that a first down. Now you got Harrison Butker, he endorses the lifestyle of a housewife. That's what he wants. As we got a 4th and 1. Oh, and they're going for it on 4th down. Let's get that turnover. Come on, let's go. But they're 10 of 14 on 4th down conversions. Pat Mahomes is on center. No, they were just trying to get them to snap or just get them to jump on it. Kansas City calls a timeout. So that means they're probably going to bring out the field goal unit. Where's my friend Ian? He's supposed to be here. He said he was getting on. I guess not. That's what it is. 4th and 1. Got 11 minutes left. It's what they always find to do because they're trying to win the three-peat. It's what they want. They won in 22, won in 23, and now they want to win in 24. And they have the home field advantage thus far. Throughout the playoffs, as we are looking at 4th and 1, they're still going for it on 4th down. What I would do is I'd probably blitz if I were you, Steelers defense. And now here's going to be the handoff, and he gets through for the first down. That is Pacheco. Or that must have been Hunt. And now that's a first down. Fresh set of downs for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, not a good idea. That didn't really age very well. At least I don't have to depend on them for Monday Night Football, but either way, it's going to hurt. And we've got 1st down and 10, fresh set of downs thanks to their 4th down conversion. Another timeout has been called by the Chiefs. They are just burning up their timeouts already. They only have 1 timeout left for the half. Wonder if the Chiefs are going to rest their starters after this game. Pat Mahomes, the best quarterback in the NFL. At least one of the best. Not playing as well this season, but he still led the Chiefs to victories when needed the most. And now here's going to be a pass, and that is going to be caught by Travis Kelce. That's Taylor Swift's boyfriend, as he's playing on Christmas. And you would think that Taylor Swift is at this game. We got second down. Travis Kelce's been the tight end since 2014. Played long time with Alex Smith, who was the quarterback before Pat Mahomes. So it's a pretty smooth transition period for quarterbacks for the Chiefs. And now he's have to scramble, and Mahomes is going to run, and that's going to be another first down for the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Chiefs offense is, not saying they're firing on all cylinders, but they are getting the first downs when they need it. Yep, they do that. They're talking. I saw an article that South Korea's population, I don't know what it is. I thought it was about birth rates or something. And now we've got 11 seconds, and now here's a pass, and that's going to be caught by 83. And he's still getting the gains going. And if I give up a touchdown, I'm screwed. I already lose 2 points. It's going to hurt. This was a big, risky move that I did. Steelers against the Chiefs. I was hoping that maybe they can come up with the big plays. But I guess not. Chiefs are just that dang good. And plus, Mahomes does throw interceptions. He has 11 this season. He's not too far behind from Geno Smith. And now here's Mahomes looking to pass, and he's got a wide open man. And looks like that is going to be a touchdown. That's Xavier Worthy with a touchdown. And the Chiefs get on the board to make it 6-0. Pending the PAT, that will be 7-0. And my fantasy football team is getting just absolutely shanked already. And we got Ian there. He is going to be on in just a moment while I get this, while I take these notes. Merry Christmas, kid.
Merry Christmas.
Funny, we're all decked out in Seahawks gear, but hey, we're doing it for Russell Wilson.
I got my Patriots hat back here, one of them. I haven't put everything up, but I was going to wear a Randy Moss jersey because of what he's going through, but it's...
Oh yeah, he's going through like cancer. I can't believe it for a guy that takes care of his body, he still gets cancer.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised on that, especially with how fit he is. It's not like some of the other NFL guys who have, well, let's just say, gotten to the heavier side of life.
I wonder if it's genetic at this point.
I bet it is. I mean, it was so out of the blue.
And so Harrison Butker misses the field goal to still make it 6-0.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I've noticed this year in the NFL is the amount of missed field goals have gone up this year, and I don't know why.
I wouldn't know either. But the Steelers' defense now belongs in the naughty list.
That they do.
Well, you know who else belongs on the naughty list? The Seattle Mariners heavily belongs on the naughty list. I know.
I don't know what to say about that. Even Carlos Santana didn't want to come here. That hurt a little bit more than I thought it would.
I didn't blame him. I think the Mariners deserved it because Carlos Santana could be sending a message that Mariners are just that incompetent and they need to be exposed. Like they offered him.
They offered him too much, is what they did.
Well, they did, but that still couldn't lure him over to Seattle. And I guess he knew that organization is a pile of garbage.
It is. I
guess no amount of money. And John Stanton we trust, right?
I really don't know even what to say about John Stanton except he's upset me.
He's very much. DePoto and Hollander should be just as guilty too.
I would 100% agree with you on that.
Yeah. Well, also, I'm in the Fantasy Football Super Bowl. I have the Steelers defense. I know, huge risk, but my other option was Packers at Minnesota against Justin Jefferson. I'm like, nope, no thanks. I was hoping the terrible towel waving and the home field advantage would help. I didn't really have much attractive options in the free agency.
No. What's more upsetting is watching. I mean, I think the Oakland fiasco after Ricky died and all that's been crazy for them. But how are they putting out more money than us? Like, that's what really is upsetting me right now.
When you move to a different market and you're anticipating a different market, that's where John Fisher feels more freely to spend. It seems like he had a 20-year plan.
I think he wanted him out of Oakland, truthfully. But I also think that, I don't know. I would say he's put himself in a hole, though, now. He's made it very clear that he did not care about Oakland. And I think that's going to actually hurt him in Vegas because the Vegas fans are going to be like, why would we put out the money for you to just leave us in, say, 5 years if the A's don't generate the revenue that you wanted?
I mean, they've got to, because Vegas is becoming a growing market while Oakland is a dying city. The only reason why their real estate prices are still highly valued is because they're still in that Bay Area bubble. So it's really San Francisco. Yeah,
it's San Francisco. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, you were saying. I know you have this.
Everyone wants to live in Oakland instead of San Fran because of the crime rate, but because if you can get in not the downtown of Oakland, but you can get out, Oakland Hills outside, you can get a house out there, not in downtown Oakland. It's a 30-minute commute to San Fran. So, or do you take the ferry? So it's like, for the price, you can pay a little bit cheaper in Oakland than you are in San Fran, and then commute across. That's the only reason why people even go.
Still not that much better.
Oh no, it was never about better. But
I'm pretty sure. I would like to ignorantly say that the majority of A's fans from Oakland actually already moved to Vegas anyway.
Either Vegas or Reno or Oregon.
At least Sacramento. I know Sacramento for sure. And now here's a handoff to Najee Harris, and he muscles us through for about 3 yards.
Yeah.
Jimbo, he's firing in all cylinders. We're screwed with this Mariners rosters. Yup. Bregman, where does he go? I don't know, but if he's not been signed, I think the Mariners should at least knock on that door. But does John Stanton even know who Alex Bregman is? Probably not.
John Stanton doesn't know who anyone is that has played probably since the 95 Mariners. This man, just...
Second and 8, we got Najee Harris. He is running. He's just escaping, and they finally get a first down. And there's the first down for the Steelers.
Interesting run game for the Steelers. Sorry to touch on this. Have you noticed how they've used both backs, but they don't feature Najee? They've been running, I can't think of his name right now, but he's their backup running back, and he got more touches than Najee last week, and that made no sense to me. Oh, as Russell Wilson took a little tumble there.
He did. He tripped on himself. Hopefully he's okay. No, he's fine.
Yeah.
He's a durable guy.
Continue.
It took Aaron Donald to take him down for a couple games, and now here is Wilson with another handoff, and no, only about a couple yards.
Yeah, I mean, the Mariners are going to re-sign older people because we don't, which I think it's funny because he contradicted himself. He said he didn't want to pay big money for an older person to come to the Mariners, and yet tries to offer Carlos Santana, 39-year-old Carlos Santana, an insane contract. The amount of contradictions the Mariners have said this offseason has really made me question. Well, I mean, my stance on them, but how do you? I don't even know how you do what.
How do you lie to the fan base? That's what it is,
and then get away with it, and people show up. People need to boycott him. And
now here's Wilson. He's getting overwhelmed in the pocket. He trips up and. Does he get that off in time, or is that considered sack? I think that was an incomplete pass, but good thing he got out of the pocket.
Yeah, he called it incomplete. It looks like it. I don't know how I feel about Netflix and football games. I really don't.
Oh, no, I think that's a sack. He doesn't get it off in time.
Knees down. Ball's
knees
still
down.
In the hand.
Jimbo says, we're not asking for Red Sox or Yankees payroll, just a decent infield and one big bat even would help. Yeah. I mean, honestly, this guy's right. Justin Turner might be the biggest move, and actually, I think that might be too much for them. And here is Wilson in the pocket. Here is the big pass, and that is incomplete. Is that pass interference? I think that should have been. But they're not going to give it. It looks like it is, but they're not giving it to George Pickens. So the Steelers are now forced to punt, and this is not looking good for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I really thought this whole home field advantage and terrible towels was going to help them. That's got to be pass interference. How do you not call that a pass interference? Because, wait.
It's the Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Another reason I shouldn't have started them in fantasy football. What was I thinking?
I didn't start any Steelers.
Looks like what we got here. Oh, the ball comes out. I saw that reaction. Do they recover? If they take the recovery, that will help my football team.
I think.
Nope, Mark
Chiefs
Robinson's got it. Nope,
okay.
the Chiefs got it. Too bad I don't get points for forcing a fumble.
That would have been nice for your fantasy team. That was a weird play. I didn't.
Obviously, you're ahead of me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I could tell because you're like, oh. That should have been recovered by the Steelers. How did you not get on top of that?
No, I don't know. I didn't do that. He's also going to need that dude's going to be looking for a job next week. How do you run 2 yards and that ball came shooting out of his hand?
How does that happen?
Bad recovery. To get back to the Mariners since we're on break, I'm just not going to expect anything. We're going to come in with the same roster. Stanton's going to make promises. I think we should have dumped Castillo this offseason. There's people who are interested in him. We don't need him. He didn't fill what we paid for him, and they just don't want to do it. And it's going to be frustrating, but that's what you got to do because this is Seattle.
Yeah, Jerry tried to negotiate with the Red Sox, and after they were like, how dare you offer a good starting pitcher for just Tristan Casas? How dare you? And then Jerry just gave up after that.
Well, he gave up, and then you saw who they did. They traded him to, I want to say the D-backs is who I believe the Red Sox traded him to, and they got someone else out of that deal.
Wait, Tristan Casas.
I think they traded him, or somebody got moved from the, they traded Casas for somebody on the...
No, he's still on the team. No, what I think you're referring to is Cleveland traded Naylor.
That's right. Naylor got traded because the Mariners could have had Naylor, but nope, didn't want to pursue that. So we're like, let's give Naylor to the D-backs.
And let's let the Yankees get Cody Bellinger for nothing.
They got Cody Bellinger and a aging but still decent Paul Goldschmidt. Another first baseman in the trade.
It's their DH. Now the Yankees are just reloading left and right.
I'm going to be real here. I think the Yankees actually beat the Mets in the trade, and a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this. One player, yes, he's good, is not going to change the Yankees. The Yankees have reloaded that position. The Mets overpaid, in my opinion, by a lot for a dude who is going to provide an offensive spark with Pete, but it's not going to be enough to help them win the World Series or even do anything in the playoffs. I mean, you saw last year they didn't produce enough. So I think the Mets wanted to sign because obviously the market's great for him over in New York, but at the same time, I don't think it was worth the money that they paid out.
You know, what's funny is if the Dodgers or the Yankees were able to sign Juan Soto, I think baseball fans would be crying for a cap space. But when the Mets did it, they just laughed at him. It's like double standards at its finest.
No, it is double standards. I mean, the Yankees and Dodgers just have that payroll, but...
Oh, you look at that. Loss of 2 yards, but too bad that doesn't count towards anything. It needed to be Mahomes to take the sack.
Do you not get points? How's your fantasy team work for you, for your defense?
Defense, it's complicated because, of course, it is. You lose a point when you give up a touchdown. You lose a point, maybe a couple points if you give up 100 yards or more. Yeah. It's complicated.
We don't
get 1 point on sacks, and now here is Mahomes looking to pass, and he is going to fire it, and that's going to be incomplete. And now the Steelers' defense is coming out and stepping up. 3rd and 11. Maybe that oopsie fumble got them all fired up.
Our league that I set up, it's kind of weird with defense, but we also have a defensive player, and that's where you get most of your defensive points. But
I don't do that.
This league also runs 2 quarterbacks and everything. But we have.
I think at one point, Richard Sherman in the 2013 season was actually a bad fantasy player because no one ever threw to him.
Yeah.
And now here is the 3rd 11 critical play for Mahomes and how he is going to scramble out and he's going to flip it. And that is a first down. And what a flip by Pat Mahomes. But it looks like we got a holder illegal forward pass. Yeah. Yeah, that's why he's laughing. He's like, I tried.
He tried to cheat. The refs are going to try to wave it off here and help him. But this is the worst 14-1 NFL team I've ever seen. And sorry to any Chiefs fans you have on this broadcast. I've never liked the Chiefs, but since Mahomes has gotten there, I despise them. Regardless of my team or what, it's just they don't win because of dominance. They win because they get bailed out.
Oh, come on. Remember they used to be the lovable losers?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, holding on the defense. What is that?
Wow.
What? What about forward pass? Illegal forward pass. Let's take a look and see if it was ahead of the line of scrimmage.
I mean, that to me looked like he was ahead of the line of scrimmage.
Just barely.
Oh, who knows? What?
I don't know. Didn't agree with it.
He gets
first and 10. I guess another reason not to start defense against Pat Mahomes. And now here's Pat Mahomes going with a big pass. He's going in the air and looks like that's going to be caught by 84. And that was a huge pass by Pat Mahomes. That was Watson with the catch. And now they're in the red zone already. And my fantasy team is getting wrecked to pieces already by this Chiefs offense.
Dude, how do you let a tight end outrun your number 2?
And his name is not even Travis Kelce.
No, it's the backup tight end.
Yeah, Travis Kelce's probably on the bench, texting his girlfriend right now and singing with him.
Oh no!
5 of 6 is Pat Mahomes. He is just absolutely on fire. And now here's Pat Mahomes looking to pass and doesn't get the sack. And that is going to be incomplete. Surprised they didn't call that a pass interference.
That was actually good defense. I am surprised they didn't call it because that's how the Chiefs roll. They get those. But that was actually good defense. But Mahomes fell here. I wonder if he just got hit. I'm surprised they didn't call that roughing the passer.
They should have, just to keep the NFL script going.
Yeah.
Also, I may need you for fantasy football next season since my competitor in the semifinals is looking to quit. And now here is a little misdirection kind of a trick play, and he gets down. That was about 5 yards, though. Still got much out of it.
He got walloped by his own man, but yeah. Oh, that's fine. I'd love to be in another league. That was a nice little
It's a $50 buy-in.
It does not bother me. I'm in your hockey and your basketball league.
I know.
I feel confident in basketball. I knew my team wasn't good, but somehow we're hanging around.
It's really only dominated by one team.
Yeah.
And now we are looking at 6-0, which is that first. It's a second down, I believe. And now here's Mahomes looking to pass. He's got always time. Here's a throw, and that's going to be caught for a touchdown. And that is going to be Watson, the tight end, the backup tight end. And the Chiefs are just absolutely on fire. Justin Watson, he's not even a tight end. He's a wide receiver, actually.
That man's a wide receiver.
Oh, boy.
Well, Pittsburgh sure.
I took a massive risk, and it completely backfired. What
risk were you taking today in fantasy?
Starting the Steelers defense, because my other option was Green Bay at Minnesota, so that wasn't an attractive option either.
I would have just started no defense, then you don't lose points.
That's possible. Other waivers, I had Jacksonville against Tennessee. Maybe I could have gone with that, but then both teams are so bad it probably just offsets. But then I probably wouldn't lose points.
Yeah, I have the Chargers defense, which I've just ran all season. I'm trying to think. I have Roquan Smith playing today, and I have the Steelers punter. So hopefully he's doing pretty good for me.
Yeah.
So how's your Christmas going?
Christmas is going great. I got this for Christmas. Hold on. I got this Lamborghini.
Well, that's pretty dope, actually.
It's the 2021 or 2020 Lamborghini Countach. And actually, the crazy thing is a lot of Lamborghini Countach nostalgic fans were very upset about the design. They're like, this is not a true Lamborghini Countach. Look at it. It's like any other Lamborghini.
I like it.
Overpriced too, probably.
It's cool.
And also, a friend gave me a Raiders jersey, a very random one.
Max Crosby?
Yeah, Crosby.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's a good... I would say that jersey would have been more valuable for my life if I went to an Oakland Raiders game. Then I could just go there in disguise.
Yes. Or you could go to a Vegas game.
But are they as bullish as they were in California?
No.
Exactly. They're going to be more laid back. I remember when the relocation was happening, I was like, please move to LA just so I can say LA Raiders. And then you have Ice Cube. He would be jamming them up. Bring that swagger back. I think LA Raiders was more fun than Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, except Oakland Raiders are the better one. They won more in Oakland than they did in LA, but they did get one in LA.
Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen carried them.
And Bo Jackson carried them too with limited games because he had to split with baseball.
Yeah. Talking about a dual sport athlete, he was the man.
Yeah, and then after that was Deion Sanders, and I don't think we've had a dual sport athlete since.
Deion was all right. I mean, he's good. I just think Bo Jackson was definitely better at baseball, and he was good at football, but Deion was way better at football than he was at baseball. I
still think if Bo Jackson played just football, actually just based on the fact he got a freak injury and ended his career, maybe his career could have been even shorter if he went who knows?
Yeah.
Some say that he could have been better than Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith.
I mean, maybe Emmett. I think Emmett is like Brady. Longevity is what kept his career, but Barry Sanders was very good for a very long time.
He played with nothing.
Hey, well, that's the Detroit way until this last year where they said, hey, we're the big Detroit Lions. We care about football.
You know what we all want to see is we want to see a Lions-Bills Super Bowl. I think we can agree that everyone wants to, but the NFL script won't.
Okay, but do you know how crazy that would be? Because if the Lions lose, it's another letdown on the Lions. If the Bills lose, that's the 5th straight Super Bowl loss in a row. Because they had those string in the 90s where they
that's why we want to see it. We want to see the battle of the losers go up and duke it out.
No, but I just don't think Buffalo can go through another. Oh!
And here's Wilson going with the big pass, and that is caught. That's George Pickens.
George Pickens is kind of a monster this year.
He has been, and Wilson helps. You know, I had a feeling when the Pittsburgh Steelers signed Russell Wilson, I was like, that's got to be the biggest steal in free agency.
Yeah, I think Russell still has some talent left. If
you're a Seahawks fan, after this season, you don't do it.
Don't even bring up that reunion idea.
You don't think it's a good idea.
It's a different.
Oh, and we got a big run, and he gets a breakaway, and he goes into the 20 and into the 12.
Warren, I would say he's better than Najee. If you watch the last couple of games, which I haven't, but I've seen the highlights from him, Warren has that big play meter right now, and Najee is a good back, but he just hasn't had that good big play opportunity right now.
Kind of gives me that beast mode kind of run, and now he's giving it to him again, and he's just barreling it right through to the Chiefs defense, and now that's going to go make it 2nd and 3.
At least they're moving it. That's all that matters.
Well, since we're Seahawks fans, what do you do?
Gino gets dumped into the Puget Sound, and we forget about him. Sam Howell.
No.
There's I don't think he's the franchise thing, but there's something wrong with him because last year he wasn't bad. He came out in this year's game, and it's like he hadn't had a rep in 6 months.
There's a rumor he was chucking down on sodas throughout games, and now we got another handoff to number 30, and that is going to get right through for the touchdown, and that he barreled his way through, and he has carried the Steelers offense. Oh no, we got a flag.
Yes, I should have started Warren. I have an injury.
Oh, come on. Holding offense. Are you serious, man?
Yeah, so I have a injury issue with my running backs, but I'm still have a chance to win my 8th fantasy Super Bowl in this league at 13 years, 14 years, something like that.
I'm a one-time Super Bowl winner, and I won by .1 because TJ Hawkinson caught a short pass.
Hey, that's how you do it.
Yep. And my friend, he got mad. And
Wasn't
he was trying
he got hurt too? TJ got hurt like right
probably.
after that?
I guess so. So I won out of pure flukiness and luck.
Hey,
Second and 14 at the 18 in Chiefs territory. Russell Wilson's on the center, and now he's got some time. Here's the big throw, and that is gonna be intercepted at the end zone, and he takes the knee for a touchback, and the Chiefs get the ball back.
Yeah, you don't want Russell Wilson back. Why are you throwing into triple coverage?
It's like, why? Now, if it was Geno Smith, I would have been like, yeah,
that wasn't even a good look for Freiermuth.
That was a horrible. Like, what was that? 2012 or like 2015, Russell Wilson doesn't do that one bit.
Now he throws it to Malcolm Butler. But anyways.
Now that just gave me an idea. Every time Russell Wilson does something stupid, I'm going to play the Patrick Star. That's not what he wanted to cook. That's not what he wanted to cook.
Geno, in my opinion, is one of the worst quarterbacks in the league.
I know, but they're like, oh, but passing yardage. Oh, but it's like, yeah, it kind of helps when you have DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
And Jackson Smith and Jigba, and still somewhat Tyler Lockett, because age is, I think, finally got to him this year.
For sure, I would agree with that. Yeah.
Some rumors say he might retire and he will focus on his real estate career, which he does. He does have a real estate license, and he does have a real estate business, which he has kickstarted. I'm pretty sure it's pretty possible that most of his clients don't want to be judgmental, but I won't say most of his clients, but some of his clients are his teammates at least.
Yeah.
At least one of them has worked with him.
I think Lockett's done after this year.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to get into details, but I worked there. I've seen him come out in warm-ups every morning because you see him run out, and it's just a different from last year to this year. His routine's completely different, and it's to the point where it's like you can see the ends coming. Like he used to do like a bunch of routes, and now he runs maybe like 3 routes and then stretches a bunch and then talks to the trainers and then goes in. Well, in years past, he'd be doing spectacular catches and a bunch of stuff. A dude who I really think would be interesting to say is Geno does not warm up, or not Geno. Geno doesn't either, but neither does DK. They don't come out prior to the game and do anything. They just do the team run out.
That's not good.
No, so they do not work together. As far as Sam Howell, I haven't seen what he's done, but I have never seen him throw except for once, and that was in that game. That's the first time I saw him come out.
I'm now making that's not what he wanted to cook video.
Good. Heinz Field. I just remember when they had the giant ketchup bottles outside it, and it was mustard, but they had one ketchup on one side. I just remember those iconic 57s. And
now we've got first and 10 on the 20. Here's Pat Mahomes looking to pat a quick pass, and that is number 1. I think that's Xavier Worthy, and it's gonna be about 5 yards. And I wish that I could get a free pass and just drop my Steelers defense and just take 0 points. Rather take 0 than like what? -10?
Are you at -10 already?
No, I'm just joking. But imagine if I did.
10, you might as well say, "Good game, buddy. Congrats on your
championship." And I'll be bragging about my 2022 Super Bowl champion for many years to come, which I'm not looking forward to.
You won in 22, so
I won in 22.
That was last year's or the year
2 years
before?
ago.
Oh, so then it wasn't last year, because I was going to say Hawkinson tore his ACL in the game, which I thought you meant that's how he got 0.5. He got his reception, then tore his ACL, and I was like, this dude really lost.
We got 3rd and 2. At least the Steelers are somewhat holding them, but I don't know if it's going to last.
The defense isn't playing horrible, because the Chiefs really only have 13 points, which, if you really think about it, isn't bad. It should be 13-7 right now, but
yeah, but Wilson did Wilson things. And now here is Mahomes. He's getting overwhelmed. Here's the pass, and that is going to be... I really needed that. I needed that badly.
They're calling it incomplete.
Well, yeah, because it hit the ground. Like, why would anyone call that an interception?
I'd call it an interception. Anything's more fun than watching Mahomes get a pass. Did it hit the ground?
Mahomes is not... Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. The defense isn't bad. It's just...
No.
Just weird, dumb luck.
I really don't. Yeah, it hit the ground. Just barely. If he had done like in the MLB and trapped the ball on the ground, maybe they'd give him that one for a pick.
We got 4th and 2, and they forced the punt. Very good. And now let's get a kick return. Get me 6 points here. And he catches it, and he's going to run it out. And maybe he does have a chance. It's closing in. Nope. And Russell Wilson, this is for you. This is for you throwing a pick.
That's not what he wanted to cook.
That's what you get. Every time you throw a pick or do something stupid, that's what I'm gonna. That's for you.
Which one are you doing for Geno these days when he throws his average 1 pick a game?
Oh, I just say he sucks.
Oh, yeah, that's also very
I
popular.
said he was terrible in 22, and everyone railed on me for it.
I said he was terrible his entire career, and people, when we signed him, everyone's like, you don't know Geno. Geno's the man. And I said, Geno is the same dude who's on the Jets who's washed. And I have held that true, and have we won since? No.
I know someone, a Seahawks fan out there, he came out and said, oh, you don't like Geno Smith for this specific reason. I'm like, wait, but we just had Russell Wilson. I like Cam Newton. It's like, bro. It's like, bruh.
I think it's interesting. Just, I would have taken Matt Hasselbeck over Geno Smith.
I think anyone would. I have a Matt Hasselbeck jersey.
So do I. I don't have it hanging up at the moment. There's just something about him. Oh, Cliff Averill was at the game last week, and this man left at halftime because of how bad our defense was.
Yeah. Did we talk about that there's a controversy of, quote, Seahawks fans selling their tickets to away games?
Yes, we did, and that's true. So I was at the Green Bay game because I work all the home games. I have never seen one team so much. Like, it was, I would say it was 75% Packer fans at that game. There was like season ticket holder seats that are season ticket Seahawks seats, all Green Bay. Like the upper bowl that normally is mostly Seahawks fans, it's the cheaper season tickets, was pretty much the entire left side was all Green Bay Packer fans.
I think I already told you my theories on it, but it doesn't help that we've seen the data that Washington State is actually at a net loss in population. And I'm not saying all Seahawks fans left Washington, but you have to assume that maybe 10% or a quarter of them, they're either way outside of Seattle proximity where it's not even worth driving to it, or they moved out of state. And even then, it's like, why would they give up their season tickets when they were on a waiting list for at least 5 years?
Or it's because the Seahawks are so bad they didn't want to watch them play anymore. Also a possibility.
And here's the thing, and if Seahawks fans are so passionate about that, why didn't they buy the tickets?
The Seahawks fans aren't that passionate about this team.
They're only passive-aggressive. And now here is Najee Harris with the handoff, and he gets at least a couple yards. Maybe we should give it to Warren.
Yeah. What do the Seahawks have? Like, what are they?
They just have a rising Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's it.
Yeah, do
you think... I would think that Mike McDonald would want to blow up this team after this season, and I think he have every right to.
My question is also McDonald's coaching. Just some of the things, I think he's a good coach, but I think our defense is lacking, and I think that
you think it's a personnel problem then?
I think it's not maybe him as the head coach, but I think some of the other people are probably not great.
Ryan Grubb, I don't trust him. Never trust a Husky.
Never trust any UW coaches.
No.
The only one I'd argue for that is maybe Bill Belichick's son Steve. He might actually be the real deal. You have to look at what UW had this year. I get a lot of people would be like, well, they lost to Iowa at 40. he also had an entire team that got blown up after last year, and Jed Fish did not recruit well at all this year. So UW might be good next year, but they had no defense this year.
No.
So he worked with what he did, and he wasn't bad for what he has. Oh, since we're on the topic, I don't know how much you're into college football, but what do you think about the disastrous college football playoffs?
The basically the NFL playoff style.
I like that. My issue is the teams get chosen. So I don't know if you looked at the scores, but every one of those first round games, it proved that a bunch of these teams that got in because of record, to me, didn't deserve to be there. I think it should be based off of team skill and strength of schedule, not just because, I went 11-1, but I play in the Sun Belt, I play nobody. That shouldn't get you in. It should be how many ranked wins are you getting a year? Who are you playing? What's your team? And the college football proved that this year they didn't care about that because they let, which I have buddies who go to this school, Arizona State, in, and they put them at the 4 seed. Arizona State did not beat anyone worthwhile all season except BYU.
Wait, Arizona State got into the what?
Yes, they're the 4 seed in the college football playoff.
Wait, what conference are they even in?
They're in the Big 12 with Colorado.
That's our that's UW's conference, or they're the Big 10.
The Big 10. Yeah. Awful.
You know, I'm going to go off on a limb. I thought UW did not deserve a top 4 last year. I'm going to go out on a limb.
I'm going to disagree on this fact. They beat Texas, which was good. I think a lot of people said Michigan wasn't good, and I think Michigan proved to everyone that was the team. And I think the year before when they lost to TCU, it was a fluke. I really think Michigan was a very good the past 3 years have been a good program. I just think Georgia was too strong. And I think the SEC, Nick Saban, they have just too good of recruiting. But yes, I would also agree with you. I could see them being out of it, and it would have been okay. But since they beat Texas, I think Texas is the one that shouldn't have been in last year.
Do you think Florida State U should have been in? Although they got blown out, so that kind of
I don't think Florida State should have been in just because of the fact that
they got blown up.
Normally, I'd say a quarterback doesn't matter, but apparently in his offense, he doesn't know how to. It's not a game. It's an actual QB offense. It's not a game thing. I think Miami should have been in this year, even though I do not like Miami, and they got carried to a win against Cal, a 30-point collapse.
We got 1st and 10 so far for Steelers. Hey, look at J.J. Watt and Nate Burleson.
Nate Burleson, Seahawk, represent, buddy.
Yeah, he was a kick return specialist and a punt return specialist.
He played a little bit of receiver, but yes, he was.
1st and 10. Here's Wilson, and now here's a pass. That's going to be caught, and now he's playing a little bit. He's being more careful, not throwing into triple coverage like he shouldn't have.
He's playing, in my opinion, a little pass aggressive right here, and I think they need to go drive this field. You got 14 minutes, which is crazy that we're only in the second quarter. They need to start scoring. Again, Warren, give the ball to Warren.
Warren, give it to. I wonder if he's related to Chris Warren, from the former Seahawks.
I don't know. Let's look it up.
You look it up, yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Since I got my PC over here.
We got 1st and 10. Steelers are still trying to drive as much as they can.
Well, they have to, because if they don't score here, then it's going to be the it's going to be the Chiefs show, because if the Chiefs get another ball.
Jalen Warren. I wonder if his father's Chris Warren. It could be. He's 3 of 3 rushes for 33. He's back on the field still, and it's a fake handoff. Here's Wilson with a big pass, and that's going to be caught. And now they're going into Chiefs territory. Good pass by Russell Wilson to their tight end.
Russell has flashes of greatness.
First name Russell, last name Wilson. I really miss Seahawks Wilson. Like when it was pre-Sierra Wilson, that was a really fun Russell Wilson to watch. And now here is a handoff to Warren, and he gets barreled right through, literally knocks the guy to get into the 20.
Yeah. Pre-Sierra Wilson was the one that actually cared about this team.
And then, that's the thing. If I marry someone, I'm not marrying someone that's like has all the fame and popularity. No, thank you.
No, I think Wilson, This is going to sound bad. I think there was more to the Golden Tate situation and his first wife, and I think Russell. I think Russell was probably cheating on her too, just because of how quick he got with Sierra after the whole shebang.
Same thing. Reminds me of Will Smith. Like he divorced his
the
first
Jada
wife.
Smith, or
And then next thing you know, in the blink of an eye, he gets Jada. And honestly, I don't feel bad for Will Smith at all. No matter how much he got cheated on, he picked the wrong wife. That's his problem.
I don't like Jada Smith at all.
No one does, and that's why his son's all messed up.
Jaden Smith.
Yeah. And now we got first and 10, I believe. Now here's he's throwing it away. That arguably could be intentional grounding, as we were looking at a 3rd and 8 for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right. You wanted to know if he's related to Chris Warren, correct?
Yep, I did.
Alrighty, I'm pulling that up right now.
Hype. But yeah, Wilson rebounded in like less than a year on that.
Dude, yeah. What happened to his first wife? Does anyone know what happened?
No idea. But she has a big mouth.
Handling half the Seahawks. That was a
3rd and 8. And now here's a pass, and that's going to be caught by the tight end again. And they're now within the 5, and now they're not making that mistake again.
I like Pat Freiermuth. I really do. I think the Seahawks, if they really wanted to get a consistent tight end, they go get him.
They shall.
All right. Funny enough, my computer main screen is a nice picture I took of the Golden Gate Bridge at night.
Oh, San Francisco. Now we are looking at the 1st and the 5, and now here's Warren with the carry. And he is on the move. And now I think this is going to be a 2nd and goal. They got to score this touchdown. Look at that drone view. Something you wouldn't have gotten even in the early 2000s.
No.
2nd and goal. Here's Wilson with the fake handoff. He's going to have to run this. He's going to cut it close, and that's going to be... Is that a touchdown? That is a touchdown. And the Steelers get on the board to make it 13-6. Pending PAT, that will be 13-7 as Russell Wilson runs it in for the touchdown. He's still got those legs. He's still got it. I wonder if his knees touch the ground, though. They're obviously going to review that because every scoring play is reviewed. And, I think he got it. I think he broke that plane. Do you think he broke that plane?
I think he did.
Ploy 72. That was a bit more smooth offensively this time. And he gets it through for the it's good extra point.
He is not related to Chris Warren.
Nope. Didn't think so. Thought I'd check.
Yeah, it was worth the check.
Chris Warren, the former Seahawk, he was the running back of the 90s.
Yes, he was. There was another guy, I can't think of his name right now, who was Chris Carson. Not Carson, the new one, but maybe it wasn't Carson.
Chris Carson?
No, maybe it wasn't Chris Carson. No, it's not. It's the other guy. It's Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner.
Running back.
He was the best running back at one point.
He was.
And then injuries literally ruined him.
I would still say, though, I think...
Okay, who's the best running back? It's between 3. You think I'm still picking Marshawn Lynch?
No.
Marshawn Lynch did it with no offensive line.
It's true, but Sean Alexander.
But Alexander, okay. I have few reasons why Sean Alexander was at one point the best running back in the NFL. The first reason, Steve Hutchinson. The second reason, Walter Jones.
Okay. But he still
after Hutchinson left, Alexander was gone. Now, to be fair, he did get to 30 years old, and they probably shouldn't have gave him that ridiculous contract that they gave him.
Hey, that's the Seahawk way, though, right?
He had a contract until the 2013 season if it was fully guaranteed.
I'm aware. It was bad. It was not the brightest.
In hindsight, they should have just gave it to Hutchinson and let Maurice Morris?
I think it was Maurice Jones-Drew, was it not?
No, it was Maurice Morris. Jones-Drew was at Jacksonville.
That's right.
And maybe Julius Jones could have worked out.
Julius Jones would have been an interesting thing to work out. So what's your predictions on the Texas Ravens slaughter later?
Who's home?
I want to say it's the Ravens.
Ravens are winning. I won't even. I refuse to start.
Sorry, it is the Texans. They are home.
I'm still choosing the Ravens because I refuse. I have CJ Stroud on my team, who I drafted one spot over Joe Burrow, and I refuse to play him for the rest of the season.
Oh yeah, just because of how he's playing.
He's been garbage. I thought he was going to take it to the next level. Like, everyone was hyping the Texans to be one of the favorites for the Super Bowl, and now look at them. They're garbage.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, I'll trust him over Deshaun Watson. I mean, look at Watson. Yes.
Yep. No. Yep. Deshaun Watson is a bum beyond bums, but he just makes me mad.
No, it's like the Browns used to be the other lovable loser. As we've got the Chiefs running it out to the 30, they should have just took the knee. The Browns used to be that lovable loser. It got to the point I started supporting them out of pity. And now I think they lost every bit of credibility to be considered a lovable loser because they did a move that they shouldn't have done. And because of that, everyone's like, you know what? You're on your own, Browns.
If it had worked out, though, Deshaun Watson would have been.
No, even if it worked out, I still was against that because I was like,
he's a bad person, yeah. But
and now here's the pass to Pat. Even without the bad person, no. Here's the thing: even without his allegations, the way he left Texans was pretty scummy.
Oh yeah. Another thing, because they just showed it on the Netflix, if who's ever watching this interesting televised football game, I think the Steelers' consecutive winning streak shouldn't even be counted because I don't think an 8-8 season should say that you're a great coach. Just because you win, just because you go 8-8 does not, to me, count.
Now we got Pat Mahomes looking to pass, and now here's a big pass, and that is going to be way incomplete. I thought that was going to be picked for a moment.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be... I think that's going to be fourth down. The Netflix does not do a good job with their scoreboard. I don't like their scoreboard.
Scoreboard is ugly.
It's atrocious.
It is hideous.
Oh, J.J. Watt and T.J. Watt. What a family that has built. 3rd and 6. And now Mahomes looking to pass. Here is a quick pass, and that's going to be caught by Xavier Worthy. And he gets out of bounds. And just as you thought, as Steelers defense finally had it together, not this time. And they got $2. I got $2, 23 to go. Forgot to tell everyone that the goal for every live show I do is $25.
Oh, that's very nice of you. I don't know how to pronounce that dude's name, but
he's Korean.
Yes.
Korean pizza boy is what I call him.
Oh, that's dope. And no, Russell has not been the same since he married Sierra and gained 50 pounds.
And now here's a pass, and that's going to be caught. And now that's Pat Mahomes that we know and maybe love or hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do miss Russell Wilson very much. At least the pre-Sierra Russell Wilson.
Hey, when Russell was good and actually had something to play for. Yeah.
He really did. That's why I would not want a wife like Sierra. No.
Could never be me.
Nope. And it's a short run and nothing much done. That was Pacheco with the run.
Isaiah Pacheco. So glad I didn't draft him this year.
Yeah, my drafting was really, really bad.
Oh, since we're on there, and I'll pull up my fantasy. Let me tell you about this team, 10-man league. It's a great team, but this is
10-man
also
league? Join my league. My league is 12.
yeah. Well, 10's when you run double quarterback. If we ran 12, we wouldn't have enough quarterbacks for everyone.
Now here is Mahomes, and it's a scoop, and of course he escapes a sack. Oh, but he doesn't get the first down.
This is my IR: Christian McCaffrey, J.K. Dobbins, and Austin Eckler.
I would have told you not to draft Christian McCaffrey. I never draft Madden curse players.
I took him because it's Christian McCaffrey. Last year he carried me to a
And
championship.
teams that lose the Super Bowl have a hangover.
Hey, I didn't lose. I win.
Oh, you won. Okay. Just wait until I tell you who I drafted, and you're going to love it.
No, but this is the rest of my team, which is insanity. I have Jaden Daniels, Brock Purdy, Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Cooper Kupp, George Kittle, Keenan Allen, Hunter Henry, and Chris Boswell as my kicker.
Yeah, that's why you're the winner. You're in a 10-team league, and probably half the players are probably like...
No, they know. They just don't. They don't believe in drafting receivers. So I just take my...
They're stupid. Wait, are you playing? Do you play PPR?
No.
Join my league, man. My league's way more fun if he quits.
I will. Just kick him out. He's whining because he can't win.
No, but
I put $100 on it that if I join your league, I'll win the Super Bowl in the first year.
He's just very... Oh, we got a fourth down going, and that's caught by Taylor Swift's boyfriend, and he runs and runs. My fantasy football team is good.
How bad is it?
I still have 6 points. Oh! Holding on the offense! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
That was probably the biggest thing I've heard you cheer for all day. Yeah,
Holding call.
I would like it if Chris Boswell could come out and hit a couple field goals for me, get me some points. Chris Boswell's been the best kicker I've ever had in any fantasy season ever.
If the Steelers make the Super Bowl, I'm going to re-release my Seahawks got robbed in the Super Bowl debunked video.
As you should, because we did get robbed.
No, I'm debunking it. I have debunking cases. Jeremy Stevens dropped the pass like 3 times, and they were very critical. And one of them should have been a fumble. It shouldn't have been incomplete. And then in the last minute of the first half, Hasselbeck burned 30 seconds to call a freaking audible.
That's true.
Oh, and they have to punt. Yes.
But that, I mean,
okay, go on.
They cheated anyways. I mean, you had a ref changing touchdowns.
Were the refs the reason Josh Brown missed 3 field goals?
No, but they were the reason they took away a touchdown that would have given the Seahawks 14.
Okay, that one I agreed with.
It's 14-14.
And
then the Seahawks would have had the ball at the end of the game if they didn't call a blatantly horrible pass interference call that didn't even exist. So, truthfully, I think the Seahawks.
I know, but I'm gonna make a video where I have it as debunked. I mean, it's just to provide a different perspective. I mean, everything deserves 2 sides of the story. Also, Jeremy Stevens was taunting Jerome Bettis. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to end his career by kicking his butt." It's like, dude, you don't provoke the Steelers. You just don't. You gotta punt.
I still think, that saved Bill Cowher's career because I think he's the worst coach ever.
You think he's the worst coach ever?
I think his takes are horrible because he talks about how great his team was, and the one time they won the Super Bowl, they had cheating officiating. He couldn't win it legitimately.
And I know the low blow to Carson Palmer's knees. Don't forget that. That's where it all began.
Yeah.
And also Mike Vanderjagt, it didn't help that he was the kicker for the Colts. Had they had Vinatieri a year earlier, maybe we could have had a Seahawks versus Colts Super Bowl shootout. That would have been fun.
Actually, if you look at it, what was that, 06? If New England didn't choke a 35-point lead over the Colts, the Patriots would have beaten
the Bears.
The Patriots would have beaten the Bears by a lot. Then they would have come the year, I think that was the year after. The year prior, the Patriots also choked something to the Colts, and they could have won that and played the Seahawks. So New England could have had like 7 Super Bowls in Tom's first 8 years.
That commercial sends a very bad message.
Yes, it does.
That's no in a freaking retail store. Just no.
That's how it goes.
Especially when children are watching the game. Just
yeah.
no.
Well, this is Netflix. Remember, they have to get their ads out somewhere.
Well, yeah, they gotta get paid, I guess, but I don't have much to say.
Yeah, there's not much to say after that.
Nope. But yes, I want to.
He wants to debunk the Super Bowl and make all those Seahawks fans cry.
Yes. I make Mariners fans cry too.
Well, that's because Mariners fans are a little soft. It's just like some of the videos from some of the people, which I won't say because I do a lot of Mariners shows and I don't want to get canceled by the Mariners community.
Are you talking about Mariners YouTubers?
Yes.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Don't give me the names. We don't have to. We don't have to spark war.
Yeah, on a football Christmas day.
And not that, but not. It's not like any of those guys would even care anyway. They have their own thing, and they're bigger than me, so
yeah,
I don't really have much to lose as much.
They keep blocking you, which means maybe you are bigger than them in their own heads.
In their perspective, they're like, nah, that guy's just crazy.
Yeah, I just don't know how you could do that because the whole point is these are your own takes. These are your own opinions. Everyone's entitled to an opinion, but I guess they don't teach that in school anymore.
I did egg on one of them, to be fair. Like, I really did egg him on. I was doubling down about my Scott Service anti-agenda.
Hey, and look at where it got him. Scott Service is gone, and we have hopefully a better manager.
And there was a video where they finally admitted it.
Yeah. I'm sure.
There was a channel where this one had a really hard time pronouncing the Korean guy's name. Like, you could tell that they were like stuttering and like, what's that name? So I put in the comments like, here's how you actually, as a Korean, this is how you say the name, and I get it. It's tough. I gave them the Korean writing and the way to say it with the English spelling. They deleted it instantly.
They just didn't want to be a laughing stock.
They just want to be. They felt humiliated. But I was like, dude. But I was trying to help.
Hey, Pizza Boy. He was not bad on the Broncos team. Sean Payton did not like Russell Wilson.
And Nathaniel Hackett was a worth of garbage.
So I'm not saying he would have been great, but there was a lot of issues with the Broncos that.
But all of a sudden, it worked with Bo Nix.
No, it didn't work. Sean Payton actually put effort into it. Sean Payton didn't want Russell in there at all. He did not like Russell. They got into it too much.
They did. 3rd and 7.
Oh, you had a man. And
the clock is going down. Here's Wilson. He's getting overwhelmed a little bit, and now he has to run and scramble, and he will get the first down.
Vintage Russell right there. A little scoot up the middle and get down. He had George Pickens wide open, though, so I don't... What's Wayne doing, throwing his hands up? Like, you don't care.
Do you think... in that Broncos-Seahawks opener, when Russell returned, do you think the heavy boos were justified?
Yes.
I didn't.
I think he left because it's all about money to him. I also think there's a lot of underlining that we don't know because I think Russell was not liked in Seattle because I think he had kind of an inflated ego.
He did. It didn't help, but everyone has an inflated ego once in a while. Now here is Wilson with a big pass to... not so big pass to Warren. I mean, but we have DK Metcalf, and that guy has an ego more than Russell Wilson has in some ways.
DK is the most self-centered, great guy I've ever seen in my life. I can't say that I'd get fired by the Seahawks if I said what I actually believed.
He gives me that vibes where he's like trying to be a T.O. or Ocho Cinco wannabe.
Oh, so did you see the dude who won the Seahawks truck at the game? They showed it last. You didn't see that last game?
No.
Oh, they gave away the truck that sits up on top of the stadium.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
It must be an old truck.
No, it's 2023. Anyways, they change it every year. This dude. So it's 5 people. They pick random numbers on the briefcase. The number was 10. We all knew it beforehand, but every single person on here didn't pick. Like he didn't even want the truck. He was sitting there talking to people about how he just didn't care, and they gave him the number. Like no one chose it, so he was given the winning number. This man won by default because no one else chose the correct number, and I'm like, that makes no sense.
It's okay. I wouldn't have wanted that truck anyway. I would have just sold it immediately.
Well,
Third and 3.
You could sell it, get another money out of it.
I would have sold it, and I would have invested in an arcade machine. I know that sounds stupid, but at least the arcade machine doesn't depreciate.
You would have gotten a lot more than that. That truck was worth $45,000, so you could have sold that and got a couple arcade machines.
Yeah, there's one arcade machine I want, and I want to invest it in the pizza place that I work at on the weekends.
Ooh, what pizza place do we work at?
Sahara Pizza in Snoqualmie.
I know that place.
Have you been there?
No, but I've heard of it.
Do you want to? You should visit there. I'll invite you for I'm gonna have my birthday party there.
Okay, I'll go.
And
have you heard of Cascadia Pizza?
No.
It's wood fire pizza. It's in Snoqualmie.
Man, all these Snoqualmie has everything good.
It's more North Bend, but they do have a pizza truck that goes to Snoqualmie.
I love North Bend. I think North Bend and Snoqualmie are very underrated. The only reason why Snoqualmie has hesitations is because they're a flood zone.
Oh yeah, they're a flood zone.
Other than that, it's a gorgeous freaking area. A lot of small businesses there. Unfortunately, it's getting more expensive because everyone's moving there because everyone figured out that Sammamish is too much for them, and Sammamish is priced out of the freaking market.
It's not great.
I think Sammamish, I hate to say it, Sammamish is extremely overvalued.
Their
power lines are garbage, and the power outages proved it.
Oh yeah, power outages could happen all the time. My cousin lives up there, and he bought a house, and now he's trying to sell it because it's not worth it. And he's trying to sell for $1.2 million, and that house is barely worth $600,000 at best.
He's still going to get at least $1 million out of it, though.
He's not. No, he's had this listing up for 5 months, and no one's even touched it.
What?
Yeah, because no one really wants to be there anymore.
But people are still moving, like all the Californians, people from Seattle.
Yeah,
there's still a market. It's just that
people don't want to live in right by the lake.
Well, it's not so much. Oh, he has that kind. He should still at least get $1 million, though.
What I would have thought too. Pete Carroll liked Russell too much. Yeah, he did. That's why Pete's no longer a coach in the NFL.
Although he's interested in the Bears job.
Yeah, because he wants to coach. He thinks he's still. This is maybe a bad take because I love my Patriots. I think Bill Belichick still can coach. I think he can't draft. He stinks at drafting, but he knows how to coach. I think the opposite's for Pete, where he can still draft, but I think Pete won't change his ways, so the game has passed him by.
So you're to say that he just got insanely lucky with Tom Brady, Wes Welker, and Rob Gronkowski.
I think Bill knew how to draft back then. I think he had good people with him who helped him. But I think since they lost their lead scout and everything, I think Bill Belichick quite literally was drafting players off of what he saw when he visited them instead of going
the other
out.
Scouts think.
Yeah. And yeah, he is a college coach. UNC next year, mark my words, will be a playoff team. Bill Belichick will dip after the first year giving his son the job. That was the whole point of Bill going to UNC, to get his son a head coaching job. And then Bill's going to head back to the NFL because he tried to say he didn't want the record. He'll go get the record and he'll retire. That's what Bill wants to do. Or he'll still keep coaching.
If Mike McDonald was around, I would have been open to a Bill Belichick idea.
Bill Belichick would have been amazing in Seattle because he would do one thing that Seattle doesn't. All those players who get hyped, Bill Belichick would take that out. The do your job message is what Seattle Seahawks need. That would change this team.
I remember that one time they were trying to interview him about Trump, and he was like, "Hey, so what do you think about Donald Trump?" Seattle. What do you think the thing that he said?
Yeah.
Seattle. What's your Seattle?
That I love Bill Belichick's interviews. They might be the most iconic thing you'll ever get.
And if you actually get a legitimate answer out of him, that reporter deserves a raise.
I don't think he's ever given a legitimate answer to any reporter. Although on the Pat McAfee show, he seems to give out a lot of legitimate answers.
Seattle.
Amen. 13-7. I could see a nice little comeback here. If the Steelers can get the lead going into the half, they might have a chance in the second half. I think if they don't, the Chiefs will probably come out and score 2 touchdowns. I have not seen Kelsey at all today. Is he injured?
No. Who knows? We got 13-7. Steelers got the ball on 2nd and 11, getting close to the field goal range-ish. And now here's Wilson. He's got some time. Here's the throw, and that's going to be caught.
Go!
And doesn't really get much.
I don't think he was out. I think that's an inadvertent whistle.
That's a bad whistle. That's why you keep running.
Well, look. He's still going. He didn't touch out of bounds.
I think that should be at least a first down for that.
That was an awful look by the refs there.
The refs are not doing their jobs.
Well, they are.
And it takes a lot for me to criticize the refs.
No, they're doing their jobs.
Third and 9.
Oh.
And now here is Wilson looking to pass. And now here's a big pass. And that is going to be almost caught. And now they're going to be forced to punt.
That would have been an incredible catch. Look at this. The tip. And then if he had just looked back. Oh,
that's all he had to do was look back. He looked back too late.
If that had hit off of his leg, he could have caught that ball. I would go for it. 4th time, what do you have to lose?
No, because you're in your own territory.
So?
Oh, then, yeah, they're punting. Yeah, I was right.
I still would have gone for it. Analytics say you're going to hit it at the... you've changed.
Yeah, how did analytics work with the Mariners again?
Well, we don't talk about baseball analytics don't work. Football analytics will.
Yeah, that's why Moneyball... Here's the thing about Moneyball. They're saying, it was all Moneyball. It's like, wait, but you had arguably the best starting rotation in baseball. They had Miguel Tejada, Jermaine Dye, Eric Chavez. They still had decent players.
Oh, that was
that
was a good team.
It's not like they were going to be a tanking team. The only thing they had to replace was a first baseman, Giambi, and the movie tried to say it was Chad Bradford replacing Isringhausen. No, it was Billy Koch replacing Isringhausen.
Yeah.
So they didn't really lose much.
And Hatterberg did not do as much as people think he did. Yes, he had a clutch home run, but he was not.
But he did get on base. That was true, though.
Yeah. But again, all they did was play small ball, which is what Lou Piniella did in Seattle. They played small ball. They went away from the home run. And honestly, would they have really wanted Giambi? Sure. But do they need him? No.
Heard his defense isn't very good either.
Oh, he's too big and slow. They still should have beat the Yanks the year before.
After all, playing first base, it's incredibly hard.
It is. That's why we didn't care about a Gold Glove first baseman and let him walk. And now Ty France is still available, and we could go out and get him, and I think he could hit again.
Especially with new hitting coach personnel.
Well, we got new hitting coach plus Egger's still around. I think that is going to be a great dynamic for Seattle baseball.
I think they're waiting for that price to tank.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, at this point, if you don't get Alonso, then fine. Go get Ty France, or see if you can pack the bags on a lot of our prospects for Vlad Guerrero Jr., but he's probably a Boris client. You would not do that.
I don't want Vladdy anywhere near this. I think Vladimir Guerrero is a cancer, and a lot of people don't see it. What has he done in Toronto since that breakout season? He's had a decent year, but he hasn't put anything special together, and I don't see him being in better shape.
He is out of shape. That's why he's not a third baseman anymore.
Yeah, that's why I don't want him in Seattle. We don't need fat, slow dudes on the Mariners. I don't care if he gives you 30 bombs. I could go get 30 bombs from freaking we could go down and where did he just go? The Rangers. We could have just got Jock Peterson if you want 30 bombs and a bunch of strikeouts.
Yeah. I mean, do you believe in Tyler Locklear? Like the Tyler Locklear?
No, I think Tyler Locklear is crap, and I think a lot of people
he's trash.
He hits a bomb every once in a while, but he doesn't. His defense isn't that impressive. I liked Ty France, regardless of how I liked it. His hitting was a problem, but his defense was not bad.
13-7, 1st and 10, and now here is a handoff to running back. I mean, I've been saying it. It's like it was Scott Service.
Oh, it was Scott the whole time.
Scott Service ruined him. I had no idea why people thought he was a great manager. And the most terrifying scene of Scott Service, and now we got Pat Mahomes looking to pass. Here is a pass, and that's going to be caught. And it's going to be about 5 yards.
That actually helped.
No, the most terrifying scene in Scott's service is when I'm seeing him coming out of the dugout to pull his pitcher. I'm like, oh no. That should have been a meme. A Mariners terrifying. Something.
Scott Service, which I think is funny because a lot of Mariners fans told me, he'll be hired real quick. No one's looked at him. No one's talked to him. No one wants that trash anywhere near their team.
And yet my relationship with much of the content creators are barred, and it all started with Scott Service, with the disagreements.
Just because people don't want to admit the Mariners. Oh, take a timeout right now. Take that timeout.
Take the timeout. Ew, take the timeout. You're right.
4th down, you got a chance to get in field goal range.
Considering that I'm at 6 points, I'll actually take it. If it holds 6 points, I will actually consider that a wild success.
I just don't understand that.
But yeah, that pizza place I work at, the arcades are due for an upgrade.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do someday is
buy the place and upgrade it all?
No, I'm not going to buy the place. I don't have any interest in running a pizza franchise. I'll let my friend who's the owner, he can have it. I want to help improve it internally.
Is the pizza good?
Oh, it's amazing. I think if I worked at Domino's, I don't think I would be eating Domino's regularly.
Is it wood fire pizza?
No, it's a gourmet pizza.
Oh, so like you have then true pizza stuff like margarita pizza.
Margarita pizza, yeah. Bougie pizza.
Bougie.
Now here's a 4th and 3. And we're going into the 30. No, it's bouncing ways back.
Whoa. What is this? You want to re-sign Haggerty? I'm good on that.
I'm sorry, Reflect the Sun. I can't do that.
I don't want to re-sign any of the Mariners utility junk we've had.
No, Dylan Moore, what we have is more than enough. Demo. I don't think people understand about who Demo is. Demo is playing the Mark McLemore role, and he's a poors man, Mark McLemore. I have to say it, a poors man. Mark McLemore, very poor.
He has a ton of steals and a batting, but that's the problem, ma'am. Haggerty didn't play every day, and he was injured. That's why his batting average was good. And as far as his stealing, what do? We didn't steal that much with either coach last year. We don't use. If you want to talk about stealing, rest in peace, Ricky Henderson. That's stealing. He stole almost every single time he got on base. That's stealing, and no one in the league steals like that anymore. And
now here's a throw, and that's going to be caught by Pickens, and he goes out of bounds. And that should be complete, and maybe you have one more play. And also, Ian, when we get to halftime, how do you feel about me reenacting the Home Alone scene where Kevin and Buzz got into a fight with a pizza?
That's perfect.
I'll do it. For halftime, I'm doing the Home Alone scene.
Yes, I have added up the Sam's caught stealing. And what do you mean? Robles had a couple steals. That's it.
No, I get it, Reflect the Sun. Like, I totally get it. Like, Haggerty is good at base stealing, but the thing is, that's not in the priorities right now. Mariners have to improve on first base and third base, and even second base, unless Cole Young becomes the next big thing. And by the way, I think he is out of bounds, unfortunately. It's under review.
Sam's defense is not elite in any team. The reason he has not been signed is because no one wants Sam Haggerty. Like, I get you may like him, and he was a good piece in Seattle, and I do
in 22 he was a critical piece.
They do not steal like what you're trying to say they're stealing is not what they do. Trust me, I go to games. I have season tickets. Me and Rooftop do so many of these broadcasts. I see where you're coming from, but like, if you really dive into it, it isn't. And no, Sam is not the man out of all of it. Randy Arozarena is great now.
I don't even like Arozarena that much.
I don't, but he's got good defense.
He does when he wants to be. Yeah, and they're just going to run out the clock, and we're going into the second half.
So that's it. We have to.
I mean, yeah, Dan Wilson.
The first game, Dan Wilson. I was actually at the game. I joined Rooftop Sing from the game.
He did.
When the Mariners, that first game, they won because they had 8 singles in a row that drove in runs. That is small ball, but we do not steal to get in position to do that. I watched the rest of the season. The reason the Mariners missed the playoffs because they didn't do it. Yes, it went up from Scott Service because Scott Service didn't believe in bunting and stealing, but it didn't change the direction of the season because we don't have anyone besides Robles who could bunt. Eighth most in steals is still not even the top 2.
Yeah, we have to be top 5 if we're going to be anything relevant.
Let me pull this up. I got to do this just so
While you do this and I do this whole, hey, let's get along, I'm now going to do the Home Alone halftime show where Kevin, got his pizza stolen. Ding dong. All right, pizza's here. That's going to be about $110. Oh, my brother. He'll take care of that. And then, what was it? Uncle Frank. And then the dad comes in. Is like, hey, how can I help you? Yeah, I need to get paid for the pizza, $120. And then Buzz interrupts and going, come on, Dad, let's eat pizza. Little Kevin going, pizza, pizza. And then everyone's eating pizza, enjoying it. What time do we have to go? What time do we have to get to leave the bed? Early. We're leaving at 8 a.m. on the button. I hope you guys are drinking milk because it's disgusting if it expires. And then it's like, man, it's been a long time since I've seen Home Alone. I didn't watch it I watched it last year. And it's like, oh, Kevin's checking his pizzas. Oh yeah, Pizza Boy needs $110 for pizzas? 10 pizzas cost $10. Frank, you got the cash. Come on, traveler's checks. You know what, Frank? You probably got that kind of traveler's checks that don't even work in France. Did anyone order me a plain cheese? Oh yeah, we did. But if you want any, somebody's gonna have to barf it all up because it's gone. Fuller, go easy on the on the Pepsi. No, Kevin, get a plate. They fight. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, Kevin, what is the matter with you? He started it. He ate my pizza on purpose. He knows I hate the olives, the pepperoni, the sausage. Look what you did, you little jerk. Everyone just gives him death stares. It's all Kevin's fault, they say. Kevin, get upstairs right now. Why? Kevin, you're such a disease. Shut up. Kevin, upstairs. Say goodnight, Kevin. Goodnight, Kevin. Why do they always treat me like scum? Oh, I'm sorry. All these kids are just running around. Like, man, we got a trip to Paris. Here's the money. It's a good tip. Thanks a lot. How come he didn't bring me any cheese pizzas? Okay, well, excuse me. I gotta go because this kid's a little bit out of sorts. I'll be right back. There are 15 people in this house, and you're the only one causing trouble. I'm the only one getting dumped on. You're the only one that's acting up. Now get upstairs. I am upstairs, dummy. The 3rd floor? Go. But it's scary. Don't be silly. Fuller will be up there, but I don't want to sleep with Fuller. You know him. He wets the bed. Fine. I'll have him sleep somewhere else. Oh. I'm sorry. It's too late. Get upstairs. Everyone in this family hates me. Then why don't you ask Santa for a new family? I don't want a family. I don't want family. Families suck. Just stay up there. I don't want to see you again for the rest of the night. I don't want to see you again for the rest of my whole life. And none of any of you guys. I hope you don't mean that. Because if everyone was gone, you would wish that you had a family. No, I wouldn't. Then say it again. I hope I never get to see you jerks ever again. But to be fair, the 3rd floor, that room is actually pretty legit. If someone punished me by making me sleep up there, I'll take it. And that house that's being sold right now, it's on pending contract. It's actually a legitimate bedroom now. Okay, you ready? Let's do it.
Okay, so Sam Haggerty last year stole 1 base, caught stealing 0. His batting average was .067. Sam Haggerty was utter trash. I don't care that he was hurt last year. Mariners' stolen base leader was Dylan Moore, batting .201, and he stole 32 bases, caught stealing 6 times. Then it was Victor Robles, stole 30 bases, caught stealing once. Then Julio, 24 and 5. The rest are all in the low 10s. Now, MLB, here we go. The most stolen bases are the Nationals with 223, caught stealing 73 times. Yes, the Mariners only got caught 28 times, but they only stole 140 bases. We were ninth. But above us were the Cubs, the Red Sox, the Phillies, the Guardians, the Rays, the Reds, the Brewers. And then if you look right below us, it's the Dodgers, the Royals. The Dodgers, the best team in baseball, did not steal every single time. And if you're talking about double steals, that is only put in place. You're talking about in general, you're trying to talk about stealing bases. Stealing bases is key, but the Mariners do not do that all the time. They do use small ball, but small ball starts with getting on base, which we could not do last year. We could not get on base to save our life. And 1982, that's a big deal. If you want to go back to the 80s, let me give you a little statistics because you're talking about a player I love. Rickey Henderson was the most prolific base stealer from basically 75 to 93, 94. He stole the most bases and outstole everyone. That was a one-man wrecking crew. He had almost more steals in one season than the Mariners had as a team last year. That is base stealing used to be better than it is now. Now it is super easy with the big bags, but it does not really put the game in play. What puts the game in play is the 10th inning and having a runner start on second. That's where the Mariners need to learn how to put people and move them forward.
I hate to say it, reflect the sun, but
cherry pick. I don't need it. AAA stats aren't MLB.
They're not, unfortunately.
MLB, that's complete. If we're talking about AAA stats, Matt Tuiasosopo is better than Ken Griffey Jr. That man had like 300 home runs at Tacoma Rainiers. That man hit the high school.
Let me look at Matt Tuiasosopo.
He was insane in Tacoma.
Like, was he supposed to be like?
He was
the next big thing for the Mariners.
All right, hold on.
He was a third-round pick. Holy crap!
Yeah, dude. Matt Tuiasosopo was kind of supposed to be good, and he just didn't.
Yeah, he kind of crapped the bed.
Oh, well,
okay, let's take a look at Matt Tuiasosopo.
All right.
When he was coming up.
Okay. Just for reference here.
No, here's the thing about Tui. He was in the minors longer than he should have been.
Yeah. Here's just one quick thing on Sam because she keeps doing it. Sam Haggerty, by the way, his best season he had 13 steals and 1 caught stealing. That was 2022. That's not helpful or impressive. His on base percentage is .335. That is not very good. His batting average was .256. That's still not good. That was his best season. Then it goes to .253, and his on-base percentage goes up a little bit to .364, but nothing. He has not ever had a lot of stolen bases. His MLB career is 33-3. That's not good. His batting is not good. And if you are about to do what my buddy Quinn does and go into the metrics, I'm going to tell you metrics versus stats are two different things. Someone on paper can look great. That's why Moneyball exists. Moneyball looks great on paper, but it did not play out in the season. That's why the year of Moneyball, who won the most games? The Mariners, 116 wins. That's all I got to do. Okay, let's hear about Tuiasosopo because I remember watching this dude rake in Tacoma.
The only thing he did was he helped Mike Blowers become famous for a day.
How did he do that? Oh, yeah, the home run.
It actually got Rachel Meadows' attention.
I do remember
Out of
that.
all people, it got Rachel Meadows' attention.
He was supposed to be amazing, though.
Yeah, but he was on the minors for so long.
Yeah, because for some reason we never wanted to bring him up.
Mariners hated minor league players back then.
I just remember him being in Tacoma in the early 2000s and just absolutely raking.
Yeah. The sad thing is, Mariners aren't even adding to anything. Like, here's a starting lineup that they're going to have. Catcher Cal Raleigh. First baseman as of now is Luke Raley, and he cannot hit against. He can't hit lefties worth the.
Hey, reflect the sun. I get it, but you're still trying to bring in AAA stats. And Dan Wilson is a great manager. He knows small ball, but it's all about hitting. That is what we have to do. His minor league stats were 129 home runs, 613 RBIs, and he was batting. His batting average wasn't great, 251, but his OPS was 750, and his on base was 352.
My problem with Haggerty, it's not so much of the abilities I was concerned about, but I was mostly concerned about his health. He had health issues for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, he's always had.
That's why I don't think it was worth giving him a new contract. And plus, there's not really room for him. And for the priority, it makes no sense because Mariners need a first base. They need a second base. Like, do you think Cole Young at this point, they should give Cole Young a shot? Like, should they just let him play on opening day? Because there's really, who are the Mariners going to go for? They're not going to go for Bregman. They're not going for Pete Alonso.
It was the year I'm thinking about was, I guess he didn't have that many home runs, but I saw all 13 of his home runs. It was 2008 for the Rainiers. He was hitting 282, on base 364, but he had 73 RBIs and 13 home runs. But he had 32 doubles. He had 123 hits, the most of his career in Matt Tuiasosopo in 111 games. That's kind of good for how mine that is. I don't care. Yeah, if you're going to talk about they made the playoffs, that's the only reason they did anything. If we're going to really bring it up, is because of a second baseman of the Mariners that we didn't re-sign. He was great. That's why we won. That's why we even played against
Astros and the Blue Jays and Astros.
Yeah, because of Adam Frazier. Adam Frazier is the reason we did that. I don't care if he runs into the netting and the walls. I get you love Sam Haggerty, but it's just not.
It's just not. Well, there's a reason they non-tendered him.
Yeah, I mean, he's just not worth it. Now, if you Dylan Moore, I could have understood. He actually. He's a good utility player, and that's all I'll ever give him because he's not better than a utility player. But again, that's a Mariners utility player. On most teams, Dylan Moore would be a AAA player. That's the difference in Seattle. We don't do that.
Oh, reflect the sun.
Reflect the sun.
What's gotten to you today?
They clearly got enough sun. The Mariners make a lot of interesting decisions, and that's where we are. I'm very confused as to why Netflix has basketball announcer Ian Eagle, Nate Burleson, and J.J. Watt. I don't know why.
Ian Eagle is a longtime football announcer.
Yeah, I know he's on CBS, but it just doesn't.
Do you know what was unusual? Marv Albert on the NFL games.
Yeah.
He's like, here's the throw, touchdown. He should have said yes and the foul.
Reflect the sun. I'm going to say one more thing to this before the game starts. The Diamondbacks were a fluke in the World Series. The Phillies choked. That's the only reason why the D-backs got.
And the Dodgers and Atlanta choked on themselves before they even had a chance to choke.
That was the worst World Series ever. Ever.
You know what was the biggest highlight of that World Series? When I got 1,000 subscribers on live show. That was the highlight.
It is a fluke. They got 2-3 teams choked and they got in. The Diamondbacks, if you're saying it's not a fluke, then how come they got utterly
Imagine
crushed?
If the Mariners lucked into the World Series that year.
But how look at how bad they got crushed by the Rangers. And then this year, what happened? Oh, nothing. What happened to the number one team in steals? The Nationals? Oh, yeah. They were nothing in the playoffs this year.
They didn't even make the playoffs.
Stealing is a big piece, but the Mariners, okay. Have you watched Rooftop's channel, Reflect the Sun? Salary, we have money. We have ownership that doesn't spend. It is all about not spending.
The money is clearly there.
We are probably the most profitable team in baseball, I would say. I think the Mariners might be up there.
Let me fact check that.
I could be wrong. Yeah, let me double check before I keep speaking. But I really believe that we are. I mean, we haven't paid for anything.
The Yankees are the most profitable.
All right, what are the Mariners on that list?
In terms of profit, Mariners are 13th.
It's not bad.
Still in the high tier, in the more upper tier. And now the Chiefs are running out, and we got to refocus on football, so we're going to have to put baseball to close for now.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some Steelers.
We'll talk about Mike Tomlin taking another year where he's getting this praise because he's 1 year away from breaking Belichick's streak of a winning season, but New England was never bad.
They consider 8-8 as a winning season.
Yes, they do, and that's why Mike Tomlin he has to have like 4-8 in here. Let me pull this up because I have this.
8-8 is not a winning season. We got 1st and 10, and here's Pat Mahomes. Here's a pass, and that is going to be caught. And now they're Now they're coming out.
Do you remember when the Seahawks made the playoffs at 7-9?
Yes,
And then they knocked the Saints off? That's what I'm talking about.
And then they got repped by the Bears.
No, we choked against the Bears.
Yeah, we should have beat that Jay Cutler team.
If
We lose to Jay Cutler?
We lost because of the snow. I remember it.
You think without snow we would have beaten the Bears?
Yeah, I think we couldn't play in the snow that year, and we didn't have a running back.
And then we would have hosted the Packers in the NFC Championship, which would have been hilarious.
We would have beaten them because that would have been the year after.
And then we play the Steelers in the Super Bowl, and then we get absolutely just spanked.
Yeah, but that's fine. Okay, here we go.
And then that team's even if they won the Super Bowl, that team still would have imploded.
Mike Tomlin's record starting in 2008, 12-4. Then he goes 9-7, which they say is a great season. 2010, 12-4, 11, 12-4.
Hold that thought. 2nd and 5. Save it till the commercial break. We got 2nd and 5, and now we've got a fake handoff. Here's Mahomes. He gets the pass in time as gets caught by Xavier Worthy, and he's still running off to the races, and he gets into the 25.
I told you the Chiefs were going to come out with a little vengeance here.
They are coming out with vengeance. That's hurting my fantasy team to pieces.
I forgot about that. That's a problem.
I'm down to 5 points. No, reflect the sun. I get you, but there's so many other problems that this team has. As we've got Pat Mahomes on 1st and 10 on about the 27, 26 more like, and now we've got another pass that's going to be caught, and the Chiefs are just firing on all cylinders.
Oh, they do that. They come out of the break. They get that talk.
Is that Juju Smith-Schuster?
He's on the Chiefs.
He's still playing. I remember he was a Steeler. It was like him and Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. How did that team not win a Super Bowl? Well, Patriots.
No, he was. He went to the New England Patriots last year. Was horrid after a decent fluke year on the Chiefs, and then went back to the Chiefs this year.
Now we got 1st and 10, and here's Pat Mahomes with a pass, and that is dropped. Man, there's so many opportunities the Steelers had to pick that, and I think they picked that. That's a pick 6.
Yeah, the Steelers like to drop opportunities. What's even more wild about this Chiefs, I call it a masterclass of deception because my one of my roommates is a big Chiefs fan. The Chiefs aren't good. This team this year is getting carried because of how bad everyone else is, and they just know how to win.
Now Chiefs are looking at, here's a pass, and that's a... How do you not pick that?
Dude, I honestly believe Mahomes would have 20 picks if people could catch.
No, he should have 20 picks by now. That should have been picked. Shouldn't have blocked that.
Nope.
I mean, easier said than done, though. But still. We got 13-7, 3rd down. Chiefs are 3 of 6 on 3rd down conversions. The terrible there's not a lot of terrible towels going off right now. A lot of Chiefs fans there even as well. 3 seconds left on the play clock, and here's Mahomes. He's going to pass, and here is a pass, and that is going to be incomplete.
Hey,
and no
Travis.
flags. That was a Travis Kelce. It's going to be a late flag. What are they doing?
That's holding on the Chiefs offense right there.
Good.
That's my guess because he just literally bear hugged TJ Watt into the ground. Yeah, it's on TJ. That's on the Chiefs.
Could be roughing the passer unless they have the penalties offset. 2 fouls. Replay 3rd down.
That's such an awful call. Of course they give Mahomes a roughing the passer, even though they wouldn't have a roughing the passer call if there wasn't holding on J.J. Watt or T.J. Watt right there. If he didn't, Mahomes gets sacked. That's an awful, awful call.
Yeah, look at Andrew Reid. He's like calling for it. It's like, well, you got what you wanted. You got to reset.
And Reid always gets what he wants because he eats too many burgers. No
3rd and 10. And now here is Mahomes looking to pass. And now here's the throw incomplete. Now we're looking at 4th and 10.
Heavy contact on the slot receiver. I don't know if you missed that on D-Hop, but that was insanely heavy contact.
Maybe that's why, about Andy Reid, maybe that's why T.O. decided to do sit-ups while being interviewed, because that must have been a shot on Andy Reid. He's like, yeah, you're fat.
444.
And I miss T.O.
Your chat is still blowing up.
Not really. It's just Reflect the Sun blowing it up, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
And here is Harrison Butker looking for... And here it is.
Yeah, okay.
And that's going to be 16-7.
2-score game. All right, since we're on a little break here, they had just finished and they went 12-4 in 2011. Back-to-back, they lost in the wild card in the Super Bowl. And then they go 8-8 and 8-8, 2012 and 2013, which they can still consider a winning season. And then they went 11-5, lost in the wild card. And then they lost in the conference championship at 11-5, and then they went 10-6, 13-3. And then 2018 they went 9-6-1. And then they went 8-8 again in 2019, and then they went 12-4 in 2020, which was the COVID year. And then they went 9-7, 9-8. Last year they went 10-7, and right now they're 10-5. Nowhere in that, to me, looks like an insanely great winning season. Now, let me.
I'll Reflect the Sun. Don't take it personally. It's all right. I guess you got Northwest Sports Fanatics. I wonder if he's even on today.
Maybe.
Have you watched his shows?
No, I have not. Have you?
Yes.
All right. Bill Belichick took over the first year in 2000. They went 5-11, and then they went 11-5. 2002, which they did not make the playoffs. They were 9-7. Was not a good year. Then they went 14-2, 14-2, 10-6, 12-4, 16-0, 11-5, 10-6, 14-2, 13-3, 12-4, 12-4, 12-4, 12-4, 14-2, 13-3, 11-5, 12-4, and that was the end of Brady. That, and then he went 7-9 in 2020, losing the streak, and then he went 10-7 in 21, and then they went 8-9, and then obviously the last 2 years have been tanking. But the point is that I'm saying is that stretch, their worst season was a 10-6. That's like Mike Tomlin's best season. That is why I do not agree at all. You should be getting an 8-8, because if that's the case, then that 7-9 season, 2020, you might as well call that a winning season, because Belichick had Cam Newton as the starting quarterback.
So do you think Mike Tomlin's overrated?
Yes, Mike Tomlin has won, one Super Bowl because he got carried by one of the best defenses I've ever seen.
Troy Polamalu.
Yeah. 2010 Super Bowl, because that was the year after Favre did it.
And I guess you can say that they're in a division where they have the Browns, which for the most part is 2 free wins a year.
Yeah, we did. You must have missed that, Reflect the Sun. We were talking about the Steelers getting a Super Bowl victory because of a ref. Oh, look at this. Is that Taylor Swift? Oh, sorry, guys. It was just somebody in a Chiefs thing. I immediately thought it was Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But it was not.
All I can say to Travis Kelce, you can do better than that.
I don't like Travis Kelce, so...
he got all weird after that.
He's been weird before that. The amount of Pfizer commercials he did and everything else.
Oh, the Pfizer, the 2-in-1.
Yeah, he really started to sell into that once he got.
Really did. Here's Russell Wilson. He's getting overwhelmed and he's going to get sacked.
Yeah. Did you notice that? Did you see the thing that Daniel Jones gave his offensive line of the Giants a Christmas gift?
I wouldn't have.
I would have. I mean, at least he still
cares.
Yeah, even though he'll never be a starting quarterback again, and he's garbage.
And and I hope the Seahawks don't get him. If they do, that's the end.
That would hurt their team. Actually, I don't know, because he might not be as bad as Geno. Geno throws way too many garbage balls.
Now there's Wilson with a short pass. This is to Najee Harris, and you're not going to get much on that.
This is coming from a guy who coaches football, a coach in high school. screen passes on a long second or third can work sometimes, but I am a firm believer of not running a screen pass unless you're on short yardage stuff. Because
don't forget Percy Harvin jet sweeps.
Yeah,
that Darrell Bevel did like repeatedly.
Yeah, I'm watching the Steelers do that hurts me when you have George Pickens run a slant route, run something, get a good chunk, 7-8 yards, and then try your screen. But don't do a 2nd and 16. Hey, we're gonna do a screen bash right here, boys. Hopefully break one out. It just doesn't always work.
Now we got Russell Wilson going for a pass. Here is a big pass, and that is caught, and that's going to be a first down.
See, right there, that's the kind of pass you should have been running on second, but I'm glad it worked out for him.
Reason why I don't think the boos were justified on Wilson, because there are fans out there that actually believe that Charlie Whitehurst and Tavares Jackson would have helped lead the Seahawks with that core to the Super Bowl.
Please stop. I don't know who is poisoned your mind with those awful allegations right there. Charlie Whitehurst and Tavares Jackson, the worst two quarterbacks I've ever watched play. I remember turning on a Seahawks game and debating whether to take a nap instead of watching because of how bad those quarterbacks were.
Especially Whitehurst.
Whitehurst was worse by far. But the real question was, do you remember the glory days of Seneca Wallace? Yeah.
At least he tried. He tried. He tried as he must.
Matt Flynn, I want your honest opinion. Do you think if he lost the job to Wilson, do you think Matt Flynn would have been good if given an entire season to play?
No line. He has no mobility. His arm was a noodle. It showed in the preseason. Like, he had arm problems after like 2-3 throws.
So why do you think we signed him then from the Packers after 2 fluke games?
Because we didn't know that Russell Wilson was a thing. And then when he came up on the board, they're like, oh, let's take him. So at least their plan was to like Matt Flynn, but in case he doesn't work, we have Russell Wilson. And we're not going to go with Tavares Jackson.
Who was the best quarterback in that class besides Wilson? That was
Kirk Cousins. Or Andrew Luck if he had longevity.
Well, Andrew Luck's a bum. And maybe that's a wrong way to look at it, but Andrew Luck, I don't care what his injuries were. Manning could play after
the Mufasa movie. Here's my take on that Mufasa movie. They should have just made it an animation, not a freaking live...
Yeah, live action isn't doing great for him.
No, I think it would have been cheaper to go with animation, and more people would have actually watched it. So Disney, they have no idea what they're doing. They have all this money, they have all the resources, they have all the editors, and yet they fumble on really simple things.
What did Ron DeSantis say?
Like Toy Story 5 or Toy Story 5 or Toy Story 6 is going to be a disaster.
Go woke, go broke, I think is what Ron DeSantis said.
Oh, not just political. No, stop it. No, don't do this.
That was funny when he said something like that. So that's my take on Disney.
Well, yeah, even without their agenda, their writing is just really bad.
I think their writing has been bad since I want to say the early 2000s. They started to lose ideas, so they've tried to rebuff on movies. I'd say not early, mid. After Cars 1 was pretty much the end of Disney.
I think their prime time was either late 90s with like Toy Story and Bug's Life, or when it got to Finding Nemo and Mr. Incredible.
Yep, that was
and Incredibles 2 was unwatchable.
But that was more... Who was their Pixar Studios really helped Disney out there.
Disney bailed their butts out.
Yeah. Well, I think Disney also made a mistake buying the Lucasfilm for Star Wars.
Oh, it was a huge mistake.
They ruined Star Wars.
They destroyed the legacy. Like, I work in childcare too, and when I asked them like, who's your favorite character? They're like, I don't know. Well, what do you know about Rey? Who's Rey? What about Baby Yoda? Oh yeah, I love Baby Yoda. He's literally the only thing that has carried Star Wars, and they're milking him to death.
Oh, they milk him because of Mandalorian and everything. Is that show still going?
They had a third season, and now they're trying to make a movie out of it. I'm like, no. 2nd and 9. There's Wilson looking to pass. Now here's a big pass, and that is actually been. He actually got deflected.
Yeah, or they hit his arm. I really couldn't.
They did hit his arm. But he was already in the throwing motion anyway.
Yeah, that would hurt. Oh, that was a hit to the head. Where's the flag? If that they did that
where's
to
the flag?
Mahomes, they would have been throwing 50 flags from the back. Judge would have thrown one in. That's probably saving a pick. Let's be real honest.
Do you think Wilson just resigns with the Steelers? I have a feeling they're just going to do that. They're just going to sign him to a short.
I don't think they're going to resign him. They have Justin Fields, and he's
but
actually
he's not
good.
that. Yeah, but he's not.
He was good before Wilson came over. And
now here is Wilson. Here's the pass, and now he's scrambling out. He's got to run his butt off, and he's still got those legs, and he's going to go into the 43. And those are the good old. That's kind of like the Wilson of old that we all remembered and loved.
Yeah, good old Russell.
You know, they should have made that run in 2020. How did they not beat the Rams? Because Rams always have their numbers.
The Rams have had the Seahawks number for as long as I've been alive. I distinctively remember Matt Hasselbeck wasn't the quarterback. I think he got hurt. It was an 08 game. We're playing the Rams, and we were up 21-0. I remember the Rams coming back and beating the Seahawks. And I want to say it was probably Charlie Whitehurst who was quarterback. But that was like the most awful
2010.
thing. Yeah, 2010.
It was 2010. Now here's a pass. Because in 2008, they actually swept the Rams. That's actually one of their highlights.
Is it?
And beating Brett Favre.
Oh, yeah, Brett Favre's a bum.
And don't forget how depressing 2008 was. Losing the Sonics, Mariners sucked to the tank, and the Seahawks sucked.
Mariners didn't just tank. They were the tank. And the Sounders didn't get invented until 2009, or come back till 2009.
Yeah. We got 2nd and 4.
Seattle sports was peak.
Garbage. It was peak bad, and now it's going to be to Warren, and he's running the ball very well. Let's give him the ball. Feed him the ball. Let Warren cook.
I wonder how many points I've left on my bench because I didn't put Warren in.
Oh my God! Good thing I didn't start Russell Wilson today.
He was a waiver back that I had. Oh, he only has 11 points. I think I made the right move. If Chris Boswell could kick again, I'd like an extra point.
We got 16-7, and now here's Wilson giving it to Warren, and this time he's going to... Oh, actually, he didn't lose yards. He actually beast mode his way through that.
I won by a lot last week, but the dude I was playing at Brandon Aubrey, and he had 5 50-yard field goals. That was insanity.
Remember, Matt Flynn was supposed to be Flynn's sanity. That did not age well at all.
That dude's at home crying.
What?
He's crying because he got paid all this money, but he never got to play again.
Well, he played a couple games for Green Bay as a backup to Aaron Rodgers. Now here's a pass, and that is to Najee Harris.
Where did he go to the Raiders after us?
He went to first he went to the Bills. Then the Bills got rid of... No, first he got traded to the Raiders. Then he got released after like one game. Then he went to the Bills, didn't really do anything there. Then he got released again. And then Aaron Rodgers got hurt, and then Seneca Wallace did absolutely nothing, and along with Scott Tolzien. And then he rejoined as a backup.
I didn't even
and actually
know.
helped the Packers win at least a few games to get them in the playoffs.
I don't remember any of it.
I do. 3rd and 5. Man in motion a little bit. They're tight end. And now here's Wilson looking to pass. He's getting overwhelmed already. He's going to probably take a sack, and he will. And they're going to have to settle for the field goal.
That's fine. That's points for me.
I'm glad I didn't start Russell Wilson. I had a slight thought of doing it. I was like, nah, too much risk.
I just start Chris Boswell because he's my kicker. Oh, he had Freiermuth. He had Freiermuth wide open.
That's like, bruh. Oh, wait, you know what? I got to play that again.
That's not what he wanted to cook.
Now here's a field goal attempt, and that is up. And does it go through the uprights? No, it's no good. And we got a flag. There's a flag. Thank God there's a flag.
Defense, yeah.
Neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, so they're going to kick again. I figured, I was like, he doesn't miss like that for no reason. Oh, he jumped massive. That's what screwed up.
Oh,
Boswell.
huge, massive.
Yeah, Boswell. Thank you on through here, buddy.
Do you know who we need back on a show someday? We need Chad back on our show ranting about the Mariners because he's been going off on all cylinders on Twitter.
Chad. Oh, Chad!
He was a star of our show.
It was. Chad was just.
And the kick is up and it goes through. Man, he was having a vent off.
He was. I remember that.
Remember
Chad
this?
was...
When we signed Mitch Haniger, World Series, baby!
That was the greatest thing. I was just cracking.
We just
up.
lost. Oh, Griffey on a stretch or Griffey on a walker. And Ichiro, he's 93 years old.
Hey man, he was funny, dude. He really just he's funny.
That's why I gotta figure out a way to get the phone to connect my phone line to my YouTube channel so I can get people calling in. Maybe we can get more funny shit.
We can get some random stuff though, for sure, but it would be worth it.
Well, that's why my bullish goal for 2025 is to do 100 Mariners games. I had 62.
60. Hey, that means we had the last half of the season, final 62 push.
Well, majority of the 62 was actually in the first half.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you did 62 games, 162 game season. So technically, if we had done all the final 62 games, we could have watched the misery unfold.
We did watch I watched the misery unfold. It was horrible. Remember that Dodgers game? That was the very low point.
Yeah, I do, unfortunately.
And Mariners still had a chance to make the playoffs. And I remember everyone was like, oh, yeah, we hired Dan Wilson. Season's over. Everyone was calling it quits. I'm like, we have a whole nother month. Let's just see what Wilson can do. But everyone was playing give up mode.
Yeah, it was cooked from the beginning.
But 23, they should have made the playoffs. That should have been a playoff team.
Well, you're talking about the masterclass of Scott Service.
Yep, and everyone's like, oh, but he connects with the fans. I'm like, I don't care.
The only thing he connected with was the bar down the street because some of his decisions were very alcoholic.
Robbie Ray versus Yordan Alvarez. I still have that in my brain.
That was a bad decision. Yet I still think if Ray had struck him out, I think that's on bad decision. I think that's on
Seawald should have pitched.
Cal or whoever called that. The thing is he got him to pop out on the first two-seamer. So I would have gone away from the two-seam. He threw the second two-seam and he crushed it. I would have thrown a slider down and away, a curveball in the dirt, and given Yordan something else to look at. I wouldn't have gone back-to-back same spot.
To be fair, Yordan is actually the reason why I got my initial growth because I made a video on him after that home run.
Oh.
And all of my post-game shows, all the Astro fans were coming in commenting, going, ha, 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 ha.
Ha ha.
So, if anything, Yordan Alvarez grew my channel.
Yeah, but think how great you could have grown your channel if Ray had K'd Yordan.
I know. And now we've got running out, and it's going to go to the 20. And good thing they ran it out. Less field position to work with. I think they're trying to say the Chiefs have had weird scheduling.
I guess. I don't really know what they're trying to say.
Me neither.
Played 6 different days of the week this season. First NFL team in history since the 1927 look like New York Yankees, which I don't know how that's possible.
Yankees were a football team?
No, but that's what it said on there.
I think they messed up.
Yeah, I think they meant to say Giants.
Yeah, I think they meant to say Giants. Oopsie.
It's Netflix, low budget. Just like their Mike Tyson fight streaming, and his cheeks got displayed to the entire population.
To be fair, Netflix does have one of the best shows, Cobra Kai.
Big Cobra Kai guy, are you?
I'm obsessed with Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai did something that Star Wars couldn't do.
Uh-huh.
They retained all their characters, and they redeveloped new characters.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai explains how critical writing really is.
Do you think this final part to the season is going to be good?
I don't know, but part 2 was pretty good. I liked part 2. They did really good. They were basically part 1. They tanked that. They tanked that season on purpose. They made it so bad so they can hype up part 2. Now here's a pass to Mahomes, and that's caught by Kelsey. And that's going to be about a second down.
It's just me, or is Kelsey slower and older and not good this season?
Well, I mean, he's not getting any younger.
Oh,
He's been in the league for 10 years.
Gronk looked pretty good at this age when he was playing.
I think if he was with the Patriots still.
Nah, he's the same age as Kelsey. But
Imagine if Aaron Hernandez actually had his head on straight.
If Aaron Hernandez had his head on straight, the Patriots probably win like 3 more Super Bowls. He was better than Gronk, in my opinion.
He had the talent. He was good when he wanted to be.
Faster than Gronk.
Now, here is Mahomes. He's going for a pass, and there's a flag.
False start. Offense.
False start.
74.
Offense.
Repeat. Second down.
Repeat second down.
Ooh, the Grinch has shown up.
Hot take. The Grinch saved Christmas. He did nothing wrong. He was teaching the town a lesson. To be fair, it was helped by a little girl.
Which one? The legit movie? With
2000.
Yeah,
Jim Carrey.
Okay. Yeah. Because I was going to say the cartoon, no. The Grinch was not. The backstory in 2000 was dope.
Yeah, no, Grinch was good. He was not a bad guy. He was just misunderstood.
Oh, my goodness.
You're 2nd and 14. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be a first down.
It's those kind of plays.
Plus, there was a lot of materialistic mindset. Like, the mayor was a materialistic prick. Much of the town was.
The wife was.
It was only the dad and the daughter that were like, no. Christmas is about bringing people together. Like, this thing, I didn't even ask for it. I was like, my parents were like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? I don't know. I don't care.
That's nice of them.
Because, when we get older, we care less and less about presents. When we're kids, of course we care because we don't spend money.
It's facts.
But then once we get older and we get our own stuff, it's like, just get me money. And for some, and not even that, like some out there say time.
Time's cool. For me, if someone asks like what gift they really want, it's just money, dude. I would rather use that than
2nd and 5, and now here's Mahomes looking for pass, and did he catch that?
Goodness.
Did he catch that? He caught that, didn't he?
Well, they're saying he did, but I would like to see the replay, please. No, he did not catch that. That thing's definitely hitting the ground right there. No. There's no way.
And they did let it happen, and now here is Mahomes with another pass, and he gets out of bounds. Man, considering that...
Yeah, no, I hit the ground right there. He just trapped it.
Yeah. Also, I'm losing points. I'm now down to 3 points. I need like a sack or like a big play.
You need a pick 6.
I need a pick 6. And that will only get me to 9 points.
Holy jolly Christmas.
All I want for Christmas is for the Steelers to get a pick 6.
So is there any fun Christmas traditions you do the rest of this day?
We do our traditions on Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah?
As Travis Kelce gets to the Red Sox. Yeah, go to church with family. Go to Mass.
That's cool.
It's probably the most simple. And then when we get home, we open presents, take pictures, and you make jokes about our presents, I guess.
Nice.
The crazy thing is, my dad forgot to wrap this present, so I first thought he bought it for himself. So I was like, oh, Dad, for my birthday, can you get me the classic 25th anniversary? He goes, oh, actually, this is your Christmas present. Oh, okay, I'll take it.
You a big Countach fan, are you?
I'm obsessed with the Countach, and we're not talking about the 2020 Countach. We're talking about the 1988 vintage, like DeLorean looking. That thing had swag.
Bro, you should go buy one.
Well, yeah, it's like $200.
No. Like buy an actual Countach.
No, I want no. I want to build. I want to buy the Pizza Planet. I want to make the Pizza Planet truck.
Really?
That's more cost effective than the Countach. Countach, you might as well buy a house.
And now you can. There's one for $10,000 up on Facebook Marketplace. I'll send you the link later.
Yeah, it's probably all broken down. It's probably
no. The interior and the body's great. There's no engine or powertrain or anything that drives it.
Honestly, no. I need to drive it. I have to drive it.
But
Imagine driving that for the pizza job, but the problem is it drinks so much gas.
But think, what if, since you don't have the original engine, what if you threw in a Chevy big block or something completely different underneath the hood?
I'm not that clever with cars.
Oh.
But I know there's people that would do such crazy things.
My buddy and me, 454, swapped a Porsche.
Oh boy, they're just carving up the defense badly. Okay, Chiefs, defense, and now I'm down to 1 point. I might actually lose this championship game.
That'd be a sad thing. Are you going to quit the league too next year? Because
I might shut this whole league down. No, but the league has a vibe.
Of what?
People talk to each other. People trash talk. The league is a well-oiled machine. Like, I've been in leagues where commissioners took, like, weeks to pay the winouts. I pay as soon as the score is official.
He's like, after I doctor this score, so I win my 14th straight championship.
Who would do that?
A commissioner tried that with a league that I was in my third year doing that, and I won in a random league. And he tried to doctor the kicker point. So his kicker got 98 points in that. He still lost by 2 points to me because ESPN corrected a stat. He still lost.
I think I should have went with the Jacksonville defense.
I think you should have just started no defense. 0 points is better than negative.
Well, then I need Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I need Amon-Ra St. Brown to be the Egyptian god. That's what I need him to do for Monday Night Football against the 49ers. And you know the 49ers are still going to come out and play as trolls.
49ers are going to come out and win. What are you talking about?
I know, they're going to come out trolling.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to win Monday Night Football.
I really don't like the Bundle Rooski ad. Maybe I'm the only one who doesn't like Andy Reid going, Bundle Rooski, Bundle Rooski.
I liked State Farm when it had Aaron Rodgers.
Discount double check.
Yes, with Bears fans trolling around.
Yeah, that was a good.
That was actually fun. That was just all Mahomes. Even Chris Paul commercials held up.
I thought you were saying Chris Collinsworth commercials. I was about to say, yeah, Chris Collinsworth and Mahomes would be a great commercial.
Oh, Chris Collinsworth.
Man is something, dude.
Oh, this game is just getting boring. That's the problem because Steelers aren't
Are
really
you doing the
much.
next game too?
No, I'm done. I'm just gonna watch either Home Alone or The Elf.
That's a good thing. I'll probably put Home Alone on today. Or Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase. I love that movie.
Lion, a Viking, and a bear. I like that. That's actually a good commercial. I wonder how much they had to train that Jaguar to do that. That must be a well-trained Jaguar. And we've got 16-10 first and goal. They're probably going to score a touchdown, unfortunately, because of flukiness. And here's Mahomes handing it off, and that is going to get in for the touchdown. Kareem Hunt with the touchdown. He used to be number 27, and they made him number 29. 22-10. And I'm pretty sure I'm at -1 now. Surprisingly, I'm still at 1 point. Nope, I'm at 0 now.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah, I might now be at negative points.
As long as you stay at 0. Oh, they're going for 2. These guys out here are getting frisky with it.
They like the greed, and they know the greed is good.
Get him.
Now here's Mahomes looking to pass.
Get him.
And he is scrambling out, and he's probably just going to throw it away. Now he's going for the heave, and that is going to be picked off. I don't think that's going to count towards anything, but if it does, I'll be happy. Just give me 1 point.
It's a pick.
Let's see what they say. It's still at 0 points right now.
An interception is an interception. You get it?
I don't know if it counts on like PATs or like.
It does.
Does it?
If you get a 2-point return, they'll put it in as a 2-point return unless you didn't set that up in your league.
Well, there's no pick 2s anyway.
There is. You can get a pick 2 on a bat right there. You ran that back. It's a pick 2.
Checking.
What fantasy app are you using?
ESPN.
Right. Yep. You can.
Yeah, I won't do that though. I'm pretty sure defense and special teams would get me something if they did that.
You should get a pick though out of that.
I don't think I do. Because it's not going to count towards a pick.
Hold on, let me check.
It's a dead play.
I'm sure there's someone running the Steelers defense in the losers bracket. Pittsburgh. Someone is running the Steelers defense. That was kind of a joke. That was Kansas City. Pittsburgh. No, I did not register as a pick somehow.
Nope. My team's doomed.
Could be one great finish for you. Special teams, kick return touchdown. Oh boy.
It's going to be all up to Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown for Monday Night Football.
Do you have nobody else that's good on your team?
Let's see who I have, and I'll give you the intel. I got Jared Goff, James Cook, Tyrone Tracy, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Dalton Schultz, Brian Robinson, Steelers defense, and Brandon Aubrey. The other guy has Baker Mayfield, Breece Hall, Rashad White, Malik Neighbors, Jalen McMillan, Ching Okonwoko, Devontae Adams, Broncos defense, and Jason Sanders.
Okay, well, you would have won if you didn't say Devontae Adams. Devontae is probably going to cook you for 40 points.
Probably.
That team is really not good, though. The Bucs play bad, you should win.
Yeah, but the Bucs are playing against Carolina. That's going to be a problem.
You're more than likely to lose.
I know. Here's a crazy thing. I started 1-5 in this season, and I made the playoffs at the skin of my teeth. I should not even be in the finals.
That's how it goes. It's fantasy football.
I know, that's the beauty of it. In basketball and baseball, it's about having the best possible and consistently active team.
I don't like how you set up basketball.
How you don't like categories?
No, well, I just think it probably is helping my team, but I thought we were going individually, so I would have drafted a little different if I knew individual stats don't matter.
Did you go with all points? Did you heavy load points?
I thought it was. I was like, I didn't really look at the thing, and I was like, well, normally every league it's how many points you can score a game. So I was trying to get guys who drop 30 points a game, and then I was like, oh, I'm cooked.
Now we've got Wilson. He's got to get something going, and now here's a pass, and that is nearly picked off.
Hockey's fun though. I enjoy the hockey league.
Just wait until the baseball league. That's gonna be baseball with 12 teams is gonna be a blast because we only had 8, so it wasn't really that competitive. It was really like 5 teams going at it. The other 3 are like whatever.
I don't know if I'm excited for baseball. I feel like it's not gonna be fun.
It was fun though.
Hopefully. Do you have a group chat you make for it?
No, nobody does group chats anymore. All it does is just blow up people's notifications. They don't. A sack for Russell Wilson. This is for you, Russell.
That's not what he wanted to cook.
Gotta love it. Good old Russ. Russ the bus, as I like to call him.
Man, you know what? I have a confession. I actually was pro Matt Flynn before Wilson got his job. I was all about Matt Flynn.
That's even crazier.
I know. I thought the whole Matt Hasselbeck thing was going to be the same thing for Matt Flynn. That's what I was banking on. But at the same time, Matt Flynn we got a pass, and that... Nope, no. Oh, the ball is out! The ball is out! And the Steelers team is just absolutely laying eggs.
That's game.
The Steelers have been met with How should I say it?
Let's see. He is not down.
Not even close. I actually thought the Steelers may have had a chance.
Unless that foot hit out of bounds, no.
That's something they're going to have to review.
Steelers or Cheeks? No, he was not down. Fryer poop. And here comes Mahomes for the 15th time today down to the red zone to get a touchdown.
And I'm going to get negative points.
You did choose the devil's advocate and try to start the Steelers defense.
I did. I went with... Oh, I should have just went more conservative and just picked Jacksonville's defense or something.
You thought Pittsburgh was going to come out and put a goose egg up on the Chiefs.
I did. I thought the Christmas thing was going to do it for them.
George Pickens is a little frustrated.
He should be. And maybe we don't see Russell Wilson get an extension after this season.
He won't. Bring out Fields. We want Fields. We want Fields. And of course,
and here is
up in the fourth quarter for 85 yards.
Pretty much. And here's Kelsey. He's just still going off, and he finally gets tackled.
It's not hard when you don't know how to block, so they send you on passing routes only.
Pretty much.
That's why he's not a tight end. He never will be because he can't block.
I'm at 0 points, and my team is now projected to lose by 8 points.
Wow.
I don't know if my team can really pull it out of their ass. Like, I want to play Marvin Harrison, but the problem is he's playing against the Rams.
Play him over JSN.
No, I'm still playing JSN.
I'll play him over JSN.
Oh, you should have picked that, bro.
Play him over JSN.
No, and I'm not taking your advice. That's cheating.
No, it's not.
It's for the
play him over JSN. If you play him over JSN, Marvin Harrison will probably get a couple touchdowns. JSN is not going to get
Marvin
the ball.
Harrison couldn't even score against... He couldn't even score against the Panthers.
But that's okay, because this week he's saving it for the Rams.
Okay, you lost me there, man.
Hey, they want to win. They need to win this one. Carolina, they didn't have to win. It's a win or bust.
No, Cardinals are already out.
Yeah, but they need to beat the Rams to have the Seahawks have a chance for that game to matter.
Maybe, but Cardinals...
You're now losing for sure.
Yep. And that was a touchdown
to Travis
Kelce.
Oh,
that's going to be...
Oh, a flag?
Well, yeah, for dunking.
I didn't realize dunking was illegal.
It was illegal. Malcolm Smith was actually the last player in NFL history to do a legal dunking celebration in Super Bowl 48. That was just too easy.
Jimmy Graham, the dunk king. You're probably
now
a
it's
favorite
28 to
player,
10.
Graham.
Seahawks shouldn't have panicked. They should have stayed the course and not get Jimmy Graham. Or could have gone with the Packers defense against Justin Jefferson, I guess.
Also true.
But the other guy, he has Broncos defense at Cincinnati. I don't know if that's really anything ideal either for him. Has to deal with Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. Yeah, I definitely don't have energy to do another game. I'm like, nope, I ain't Tom Grossi.
The Grossi raid. You got Grossied a couple times.
Yeah, I was really surprised. He probably forgot that he's already Grossi rated me 3 times by now.
If he Grossied you right now, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, for Christmas, yeah, I could take that. But it's like, but the way I see it, if I have to depend on Tom Grossi to grow my channel, I'm doing something wrong.
How is your channel doing?
Around 2,330 subscribers. And people actually, I almost got 1,000 views for my podcasting with Jay Trident Podcast.
Yeah, that's good.
Not as many people as I hope are watching my Ricky Henderson video.
When did you put that out?
Last Sunday. Actually, a few days ago, yeah.
Ricky
Ricky when he was on the Mariners.
He was actually pretty good on the Mariners.
He was very helpful.
He stole a lot of bases there.
32 of them.
Yeah, he actually stole more than Julio's ever stolen for the Mariners.
I know, an old Ricky Henderson with smaller bases stole more.
Yeah, stole more than anything.
Julio should be
done.
With Julio's talent, he should easily be a 40 every year.
He'll never do that. He's not that good.
Well, he's also kind of
overrated.
He's not a number one guy. I can tell you that. He's not a number one. He's a number two.
Oh, for sure. But everyone here thinks he's the next Ken Griffey Jr.
He's not.
He'll never be.
I didn't think he was really in his rookie year. I was like, Julio's not enough. I thought Jared Kelenic was going to be the guy.
Stop, Kelly.
Yes.
I forgot you're the Kelenic lover.
I am the Kelenic lover, and I double down.
He's a interesting guy.
He's talent, but he just gets in his head all the time.
Yeah.
Is this like another Fortnite commercial?
More than likely. It's probably the OG.
Call of Duty. Call of Duty with like a Squid Game kind of thing. Oh my god. What is Call of Duty even doing?
Making money.
True. Are they still doing that Activision Treyarch split off?
Yeah. Who doesn't like it?
And another field goal. Well, except that was the PAT. I'm on -2 points now.
Well, it could be worse.
If I was on 6 points or even 3 points, I would have taken that.
Well, yeah, because then that's positive points.
Now it's going to be up to the Jackson Smith and Jigba. It's going to be up to Jared Goff.
Put Maserati Marvin.
I can put him over Tyrone Tracy, but Tyrone Tracy has a very favorable matchup. He's playing the Colts.
And what did he average last week in points?
Tracy actually got 16 points.
Who did he play?
He played the Raiders.
I would still put Maserati Marv.
No, he played Atlanta.
I'd still put Maserati Marv.
He's not even that good.
What did he get last week?
Harrison got like 7 points. His father would be very disappointed in him.
It's because his father was an icon. His father probably...
Peyton Manning made Marvin Harrison.
Maybe. We'll never know.
Or did Marvin Harrison make Peyton Manning? Just like Tom Brady made Wes Welker.
I think Brady was better than Manning. I think Manning had a talent. But I honestly think Manning's receivers carried him. I think if Manning was in New England without receivers, he wouldn't have been good. Brady had Welker, Edelman, and Moss. That's his career. I mean, obviously, yes, he had Gronk and some others, but those are the only 3 receivers he ever had that were. And
Antonio Brown for 1 game.
He had Brown for 1 game. Yeah, but if we're going off that, he had Josh Gordon and a bunch of guys.
And he gets through, and that's going to be. If I were them, they should just start passing more. They're going to have to with time winding down.
We're herring the whole game.
And the streaming on Netflix isn't exactly the best. They don't really have the best servers for NFL games. Dude, YouTube is sharp.
Absolute unit.
And now the Steelers are trying to race up the field.
Yeah, because Pittsburgh needs to score like 3 times.
Chiefs are going to 3-peat? I hope not. I don't want to see that happen.
They're never going to Chiefs ever 3-peat. That's a joke. I don't know where you got that information. Lies.
You think they will not pull it out of their ass throughout the playoffs? Nope. What about the Bills? Will they beat the Bills?
Nope. They're going to lose to the Bills. And if they somehow do, they're going to get steamrolled by Detroit.
I don't know about that. I think I'm going with Chiefs, man. 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson with the pass, and that was kind of bobbled. And
if the Chiefs barely beat the Niners last year and the Detroit doesn't take its foot off the gas, it's over. Everyone thought the Chiefs were supposed to 3-peat 3 years ago, and then Tom Brady said, "Hold my beer." Or actually, sorry, his avocado vodka is what.
Yeah, here is Wilson's going to have to scramble out, and he's going to run, and he's going to go into the 30, into the 40, into the 30.
If they can score on this drive,
There's still a chance, but then the Steelers are going to have to play defense, which they don't.
Yeah, they're going to need 16 points for sure, and that's still only going to be 26-29. So they need 2 2-point conversions.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or 3 tutties.
We've got 29 to 10.
Come on, Big Russ. Come on, Big Russ.
Wilson. And now here's Wilson looking to pass. He is going to go out of the pocket. He gets the pass, and it's incomplete.
It was a bad throw.
It really was.
Too low.
Oh, I have a revolutionary plan for the Seahawks. Tank for Arch Manning for next season.
No, stop.
No, you don't do that?
Manning is not good. This man.
You don't think he's good?
Did you watch his one play he got last week?
It was bad.
Yeah, he fumbled. And it wasn't on the snap. Like, he never been under center in his life.
So you don't think that Arch
No.
Manning is going to
I think
avenge
this
his
is-
father's failures?
Which one is his dad?
Cooper Manning.
Cooper Manning wasn't horrible.
And now we got Pickens with who
I
gets
think
the
he's going
pass.
to be another Eli, but no Super Bowls.
So you don't think it's worth it? So what do you think Seahawks should do? What should they do at the end of the season, other than get rid of Geno Smith, who has 1 year left in his contract, which they can probably just cut him anyway?
Trade Lockett or whoever is the worst receiver. Try to get a quarterback.
Who are you going to get? You're not going to get Minshew. Minshew cannot survive with that line.
You don't want Minshew. Minshew's not a good quarterback. Actually, what you do is you trade, because the Vikings seem to love Darnold. You try to get J.J. McCarthy.
No, he kind of gave me game manager vibes with
What are you talking about? J.J. was good in the preseason. He was lighting it up before he got hurt.
But but they're not gonna. But Darnold's gonna get. He might get a contract somewhere else. I don't think the Vikings will actually give him that.
The Vikings want him. He's playing good this year. They don't need JJ. They want Darnold.
2nd and 15. Here's Wilson looking for pass, and he's losing it. And now he had to throw incomplete.
Dude, Russell Wilson is a bum.
He is bumming. Good thing I did not start him.
What's his fantasy points? I bet he got you barely like 15 right now.
15.2.
Really?
But can Jared Goff do that against 49ers defense?
Hopefully.
Because he has been throwing a lot more.
And Russell is
3rd and
choking
15,
out.
and now
Kick the
here's
field goal. Kick the field goal, Russ. Kick
gonna
it.
have to kick the field goal.
Good. Should be good points for me here by old Bosweller.
What can they do?
I don't know. What can Darth Vader do?
I don't know what he can do.
You should really paint his helmet, the Mariners
No.
Darth Vader
No.
helmet. Put that Mariners Vader.
Dude, bring the Darth Vader helmet back, not the stupid trident.
They're going
That's
for
stupid.
on 4th and 5th.
That's freaking insane. What are they doing? And you're not going to get him to jump either. Looks like a false start.
Why are they not kicking a field goal? Why are they going for this and not kicking?
I think they're still... Well, now they're going to have to go for or punt.
Who is the... Oh, yeah, Mike Pooplin. Yeah, this is going to be a sack.
And they're still going to go for it.
I would have kicked.
They're going to go for the Hail Mary. That's what they're doing, but the Chiefs already know that.
Oh,
Now
he's
here's
got a
Russell
guy.
Wilson looking to pass. He's got some time. And now here is a big throw, and that is going to be... That was incomplete. I thought Pickens had it.
Oh, he got it. What a late
Oh, did
flag.
they get it? Did they get the flag? They got the flag. They did not get the flag. What a break by the Steelers.
What a horrible call. Mike Tomlin definitely just wired the Cash App right there to the ref.
He's had to.
That is an absolute disgusting call.
And Netflix was late on that flag.
No way, spot foul. Oh, you gotta be kidding me here. Why is he complaining? George Pickens might be a cancer in the clubhouse.
He is showing it. But no one does it worse than Braylon Edwards.
They should have got a first down, right? Or was that offensive pass interference?
No, it was taunting.
On who?
Oh, it's still a turnover
How?
because it was taunting.
How many yards is it taunting? 5?
Probably half the distance to the goal.
I should have given him a first down. It was half the distance.
Man, if I win the Super Bowl, it would be huge.
Would it?
No, here's the summary.
Uh-huh.
I drafted Amon-Ra St. Brown 1 spot over Jamar Chase, Marvin Harrison in the 2nd round, CJ Stroud in the 4th round over Joe Burrow, started 1-5, had to go 6-2 to finish 7-7. Then I needed Jamar Chase for some other team to score 40 points just to get me in the playoffs, and I made the playoffs on tiebreakers by 11 points. Then was a 15-point underdog in the quarterfinals, a 15-point underdog in the semifinals. I was down by 20 going to Sunday Night Football with just a kicker and Packers defense left. And on Monday Night Football, I was down by 10, and here I am in the finals.
You got that miracle season. I came in the playoffs. I think I was.
This is 95 Mariners with making the World Series.
I rolled in at like 9-6 or something like that. Played the one team that beat me all season, beat them by 2 points, and then just steamrolled somebody 265 last week. Got 265 points. Just rolled over them, and now I'm on my way for my 8th Super Bowl. They call me Billy B.
Well, you're going to have a challenge in my league next year if my guy quits.
Maybe. We'll see if you guys actually can stop me from my draft. It depends.
Yeah, don't forget, a 12-team league.
No, that's fine. This is a 10-team league right here, and we're running 2 quarterbacks.
Well, I run 1 quarterback and no defensive players.
You should add defensive players.
No, that's not happening.
It's fun, though.
No, it's not fun.
It is. It means you actually have to care about your linebacker.
No, I'm good.
How many receivers do you run?
2 receivers plus flex.
How many flexes?
1.
You should run 2.
No.
You got to add like some. How many running backs? 2 or 1?
2.
Yeah, all right. But you got to add another flex. That would make it so hard because then you actually have to care about that last player. It also makes your draft more interesting because people would actually have to care about the draft to the end.
At one point in my 12-team league, I had 8 seeds available. Now it's 6.
No, put it back to 8.
No.
Do the wild card. The wild card.
Like the 7 seed format, that's another option, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah, do it. Why not?
Christmas logos, huh?
Why wouldn't you do a 7 seed?
Nah.
But what if you're the guy looking out of the playoffs because you didn't put 7 seeds in next year?
I blame myself for drafting Marvin Harrison in the 2nd round. I shouldn't have done
Yeah,
that.
I really don't know where you got that wild concoction from.
2nd and 4. Now here's Pat Mahomes, to Kelsey, and this is pretty much like if I were the Chiefs, just please just keep running the ball. Don't score any more points because I'm at -2.
He's going to dial up an 80-yard passing touchdown. You're just going to be sitting there speechless.
Or an 80, some kind of a pick 6 would help.
Yeah, well, I don't think the Steelers have it in them to win this game.
Nope.
Netflix really bummed out on these Christmas games this year.
They really did. 7 seconds left in the play clock. This game's pretty much just...
Oh, the game's over for sure.
It's hopeless. Fans have probably already left by now.
How many people are watching the stream so far?
I don't know. We only have 2 people on the stream.
Oh.
I normally get more people for baseball.
That's because no one wants to watch the Steelers and the Chiefs, unfortunately.
Yeah, they didn't really pick... I mean, Steelers and Chiefs was still attractive on paper.
Except Pittsburgh Steelers are a joke of a 10-5.
They are.
They should be 8-8.
29-10. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Mahomes, and that's going to be incomplete.
The Steelers would need to score on the next drive. Kick an onside, get it. Score. Kick an onside. Score.
They should have took the field goal.
Well, that's Mike Tomlin for you. Because then they would have only needed 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions. Yeah. And the red.
Pat Mahomes has been tearing it up.
Question is, how many cheeseburgers is Andy eating today? Oh, flag, holding. Let him run.
Let him run.
Or take a late shot and hit him in the head. That'd be even funnier.
Oh, man. Let's see how my third place guys. Oh, my God. He has Xavier Worthy and Pat Mahomes for the third place game. I think he has a shot for third place now. RPO Tank is the other guy.
Nice.
He's also a huge Cougars fan.
Go Cougs.
Yeah, I feel bad for the Cougars. I really do. They got. I blamed UW for blowing up the Pac-12. I really do.
It's not UW. It's Oregon.
Oregon and USC, I heard.
Yeah, but I mean, UW won it out. Who wants to play in the Pac? I mean, the Pac-12 wasn't getting the reps. They go to the Big Ten. They have one good year, and Oregon will be irrelevant after this season.
You think so, huh?
They're not good. They really aren't. Like, UW beat them twice last year. A better Oregon team got beat twice. God, 7 minutes.
4th and 10. I wonder if they're just going to go for it on 4th down for shits and giggles.
I would. I'd throw up a Hail Mary.
I would not. Because I don't want to hurt my fantasy team any more than it already is. And they're going to punt the ball.
He's over here crying. He's like, stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding.
It's more like internal bleeding.
I feel that. My team didn't have that problem, but I still feel for you. Because it's sad.
And now here's the punt, and I could use a punt return. I'll take that.
You want a punt return?
Yeah, punt return touchdown, but it's not going to happen with with the way this is happening. That's so bad.
I get that. Oh.
And my portable charger has run out of battery.
Oh, is that what you're charging your phone with?
No, I was charging my tablet with it. Coming up next is going to be the Steelers and the Texans, but I'm going to pass on that. I want to just actually enjoy Christmas.
Steelers and what?
Another Eagle. Oh, that's Iron Eagle's son.
Is it?
Think about how much scripting they have to do and game planning they have to do just to be an announcer. I know, it's a lot of work. Now we got a handoff to Najee Harris, gets about 8 yards, but I don't know why they're still running the ball. They got to pass. They don't have time to run the ball, and they're going to do a hurry-up offense. As we got a 2nd down, and Wilson is going to pass. He should, and he's getting out of the pocket a little bit. Here's a pass, and that is going to be... It was a nice catch, but it's incomplete. Was not a catch, actually. My bad.
Yeah.
Hot take question. Do you think Home Alone 2 is overrated? Or does
I think Home Alone 2 is better. I think Home Alone 1's the best. Home Alone 2 is second, and then I don't really count the other 5 or whatever are out there. 3 is bearable, but it's not great. And 4 was awful.
3rd and 2. And now here's Wilson scrambling a little bit. He's going to have to run. Here's a throw, and that's going to be incomplete. And what was that?
Najee dropped the ball.
It was also badly thrown. And then actually at this point, you have to go for it on 4th down. You don't have a choice.
No, kick the field goal.
Yeah, let's kick the field goal from like your own 20.
Is that what I was going to get to me? Yeah, I was a 90-plus yard field goal. They're going to punt.
No, you got to go for it.
He's not going for it.
Especially if you're just on 4th and 2.
They're
going to kick it away.
Told you, Mike Tomlin's an amazing coach.
Really is. And fair catch.
I would have. What's the point of playing the next 5 minutes? So, post-game show brought to you by Netflix.
Yeah, this is boring. This is probably one of the most boring football games I've ever done.
It happens.
Unfortunately, it does. At this point, bring in Justin Fields. If he's even healthy.
I don't know. I think they benched him for Russell Wilson.
Let me see how Justin Fields did.
He was good. They won their games. I think they started 5-0 with Fields or something like that.
Let me check. And they're running the ball and they're still getting the yards. Fields was like 5 touchdowns and 1 interception. Had a couple good games, but he was mostly running the ball.
He's still good.
He was 4-2 as a starter.
That's good. What's Russ?
And then Russell is about to be 6-4.
That's awful.
Now we got 2nd and 8. Ball on the 29 in their own territory. And also be aware, I'm doing the football game tomorrow against the Chicago Bears.
Oh.
And it's going to be a handoff, and that's going to be not much doing. If I could just get a sack, I'll take it.
Tomorrow going to be a big broadcast for you.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, there's a lot of...
What's his face doing with you? I can't think of his name right now.
Steve?
No, I don't think it's Steve.
Epic Sea Films?
Whoever the other dude is, the dude's been doing the games with you.
The Seahawks games? He's in Arizona, so you can't.
Oh.
Otherwise, I would have.
I should have my webcam up tomorrow, so
yeah,
I can
see if you do. Yeah, that'd be great.
I will. I can join you up for that.
3rd and 10.
It's just not working today. Oh well.
And we got a handoff, and they actually get a first down on that.
I'm excited for tomorrow's game. I do need Keenan Allen to go off, so if the Seahawks can win 35-30, I'd be happy because I need Keenan to have like 2 touchdowns.
I need Jackson Smith and Jigba to go like 200 yards and like 3 touchdowns.
If Geno Smith did that, he can have the starting job.
No, but he can have the starting job if he actually leads the team not only to the playoffs, but a playoff victory. He needs a playoff victory.
I don't think he's going to get to the playoffs, but even if he does, he's definitely not going to win in the playoffs.
And everyone's like saying, oh, but he has 18 game-winning drives. So, and who are they against again? Bad teams?
Oh, that was a bad thing to do there, Mr. Let's see if Russell's got one more game-losing drive in him.
He does.
A little methodical drive here.
-2.
Just get Boswell in the 50-yard range and then let him kick field goal.
Man, I wish I could say that. I put in Jacksonville's defense instead.
Did you?
I should have. But hopefully this selection won't be the reason why I lose this game. Hopefully it's for other reasons. Maybe the other team just went off. Baker Mayfield's going up against Carolina. That's where. And then Devontae Adams, who's he going up against?
I don't know.
He's going Buffalo's defense. Do you think Buffalo's defense can hold?
Not against Devontae.
Now we got a handoff to Najee Harris, and they're just running the clock at this point.
That fourth quarter, Devontae will have 50 yards and a touchdown at least.
Possibly.
I mean, it's Devontae. He's been doing good. Plus, Rodgers is looking for his 500th touchdown pass. So it's definitely going to go to Devontae.
He's always loved Devontae Adams. I think that's been his best receiver to play with. He's had Greg Jennings.
Greg Jennings was amazing. He had Donald Driver for 1 year. He's also had Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson, I thought, was his best combo.
Jordy Nelson was amazing. I liked Greg Jennings.
Yeah, and then he disappeared once he went to Minnesota.
I didn't even know he went to Minnesota. I thought he retired, but that's good to know.
Now here's Russell Wilson. He's going to scramble
Donald
it out.
Driver was Brett Favre's best receiver by far.
He was.
Besides, what's his face? The brother of Sharp's brother.
Shaden Sharp.
He was good.
You know what's sad? Remember when that guy confronted Brett Favre? Was like, hey, you took the sack on
that
purpose.
Was so bad. Dude, the more I looked at Gastineau, the more unimpressed I am with his stats.
And the thing was, Michael Strahan was literally going to just lit him up. So could you blame Brett Favre? He just didn't want to die.
I mean, regardless of it, he could have thrown the ball away, truthfully, though.
I don't know. Things are happening fast in the game of football.
I think Strahan won it, but J.J. Watts also passed him, so I don't really see what he's upset about.
Yeah, it's not like those kind of those records are unfortunately made to die. They're not made to last.
Well, he thinks they're made to last, I guess.
Who did Gastineau even play for?
Jets.
Well, doesn't help that he was on a bad Jets team.
His own teammate said he's self-centered and a bum.
Yeah, he just went up to Brett Favre, and Brett Favre was like, whoa, calm down, man. It wasn't on purpose. It was that Strahan was just coming right towards me.
I don't even think Brett Favre understood what was going on.
He was just confused.
It was all over TikTok for like 3 days.
Probably should have made a video on it.
You should. Still have time.
You think so?
I'm sure it'd get some hits. Everyone loves the little Gastineau contest.
As long as there's something that was recent.
Here comes Santa Claus.
Mike Gastineau, Brett Favre. No, they haven't talked about it in a while. It's been about a couple weeks, so my window's closed on that one.
Well, you could bring it back up for the limelight. Just get Brett Favre on the show.
Yeah. If I could get Jeff Facero on the show, I can get Brett Favre on the show.
We can definitely get Steve Rabel on the show, though.
Could you really?
Yeah. He's open to it. I saw him this last week right before the Seahawks game. We were talking before he goes in the on-air booth.
But does he even have time to do something like that? He's not only does he do Seahawks, he does Cairo.
No, he doesn't. He's retired from Cairo.
Oh, he does. So now he just does Seahawks games, huh?
Yeah, he's retired.
I've gotten Softy on a show, and I want to get him back again.
You got to get Paul Sylvie on the show. He's also there. I'm sure you can get old King 5 News Paul Sylvie.
I've been trying to get Chris Daniels on my show to talk about Sonics.
Really?
Yeah. Chris Daniels is the most informed guy when it comes to NBA stuff. And there was that time when he tried to challenge David Stern's like, hey, I remember you had that lengthy email with Clay Bennett. What are you talking about? No, that's wrong. And then the next question. You know what's sad? The NBA run by Adam Silver, like he is so bad as a commissioner. I actually forgave David Stern for allowing the Sonics to leave. That's how bad Adam Silver really is.
Adam Silver is not good.
No, David Stern would have prevented like half the things that are happening.
It's true.
He doesn't allow the end. Oh, let's make the courts brighter. No, it's stupid. The redesigning is dumb. If anything, it's more distracting.
That in-season tournament's awful.
No, in-season tournament's pointless. What about what is it? He allows all these players to basically run the league.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like there's no leadership in the NBA. Oh, and here's Najee Harris with a big run. And let's get a touchdown and at least an onside kick just for shits and giggles.
How about we kick the field goal and then do the onside kick?
Yeah, but you're still down by 2 possessions either way. But then field goal does save time. And they're still burning time because they know this game's over.
Kick the field
Hand
goal.
off to Harris again. Yeah, they're just running the clock. They just want this game to be over.
Go kick it, Mike.
One minute left. Here's Russell Wilson looking to pass. And he's going to scramble it out. And he's going to not even run out of bounds. Man, there's a lot of risk in sliding still. I remember when Brian Hoyer of the Cleveland Browns back in 2013, he tore his ACL just on a slide. It was a non-contact injury.
I do remember the old slides. Oh, nice catch.
And you spoiled it. And it was a good catch by number 19. And he gets out of bounds, so they have a chance for a touchdown.
I keep forgetting you're behind. Are you on Netflix itself?
Yeah, aren't you?
Yeah, but I don't know how I'm ahead of you.
Me neither. I can't make myself any more live either. Now here's Russell Wilson again, going for pass.
Yeah,
here's the pass, and nope, out of bounds.
I'm just more confused as to how you're behind since we're all on Netflix.
No idea.
A little Thursday night prime football action tomorrow.
As we're looking at 3rd and 2. Ball on the 12. And now there's Russell looking to pass again. And here's a pass, and that's going to be caught by Warren. And maybe just call a timeout. At least get a touchdown so you can like account to tiebreakers, or that's just going to be it. They're going to run one more play because they don't really care. They should have just called. What is they doing? And that's going to be a flag. At least it stops the clock, though.
It's a 10-second. Oh, they have timeouts. Never mind.
False start on the offense. Oh, and the game is over.
They didn't even try to take a time. That's horrible coaching by Mike Tomlin.
Wow. Game is over.
They had 3 timeouts. They could have taken a timeout instead of the 10-second runoff.
At least get the differential to like account to points differentials. Chiefs will go to 15-1. Steelers will be 10-6.
The Chiefs could have had a perfect season this year.
Yeah, I was trying to remember who they lose to.
Who knows?
Guess we'll find out. And Chiefs already have the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
Let's find out and see who. The Bills were the ones that beat him, and that was at Buffalo.
Ooh.
So Steelers will be 10-6. Well, I think that's all I've really got to say. I mean, there's not really much to say. It's just that the Steelers just got shanked by the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm just waiting for tomorrow, and all I want for Christmas is to end the show and just get ready for tomorrow so I can watch Home Alone.
The Chiefs clinched the number 1 seed.
They did. Well, they already did, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, now you get to watch Home Alone and enjoy the rest of your Christmas.
Yeah, you too. Merry Christmas, Ian, Merry Christmas. And everyone else. Merry Christmas. And I'm calling it.
Sounds good.
Everyone, Merry Christmas.